Tight Windows Studio.
Here we go.
All systems go.
This is the true story about Mac. Check it.
Times are changing, more so each year. But the early morning Stone Pimp is here.
3, 2, 1.
People are expecting quite a bit.
Gotta figure out how to make money on this. I really want to.
I can feel it down in my plums. We're getting a nice bluish hue. Getting ready to take them to the farmer's market.
Okay, baby, but don't hurt yourself with that big juicy hog of yours.
In hard times, or when a man has worked at a job 30 years, they give him a watch, kick him in the butt, and say, hey, our computer took your place, daddy. That's hard time.
And those cars are going real fast and real laugh, son.
But he's gay. He's blind.
You ready?
Oh, wait. So we're just going to wing it? There's a big difference between winging it and seeing what happens. Now let's see what happens.
Now,
Right now.
it's Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
And I be catching them northern black like on the 10-pound test. Smoke sex, never fast, take a guess. I be the early morning Stone Pimp. Straight limping, Boone's Farm drinking. At the party, big booty pinching. Chilling like a villain. Balloon filling, whack MC.
Well, hot damn. We're cruising through this week. It is baby Friday. Shout out to SBK wherever you might be. This is Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He is Dizzy. Special guest I'll introduce moments in just mere moments, seconds I would say. If you want to participate in the program today, find a way. 800-771-1025. You can hit us up on social media at the John Senning, at Dizzy for Mayor. And then you can watch the program, Facebook, YouTube, theboneonline.com, the Bone app. But we like to send you to YouTube, 1025 The Bone, and then you'll be right in the vroom with all the other maniacs who watch along every single day. Right off the get, I know I'm not going to be able to shout out a new-looking name every day, but Tony Bag of Donuts, Z8Z, Z8Z, that looks like a newbie to me, Diz.
100%. Same thing when I saw. Even B Rye 76, that new?
Yeah, there might be. There might be. Space Pirate A looks new as well. I don't know. That might be Eric.
Oh, yeah, I think that is.
Today is a day of celebration. We may be just one day late, but you've got to celebrate the people in this life that make the world a better place for many different reasons. And yesterday was the birth of an important man to the show, an important man to the world, to the station, everybody in between. Yesterday was the day of birth of the one and only, the man who I look across at right now. I can smell the chicken parm wafting from his body after he ate 17 pounds of chicken parm yesterday. He is the one and only Mo DeWitt. Just call MOE.com. What's up, buddy?
How's it going?
Dude, now I wanted to play a game to start the show. Diz, do you have any clue on planet Earth how old Mo DeWitt is?
No.
Okay. I thought we could guess because you could be 28, you could be 42. Like, you have a kind of this youthful thing about you. Like, you don't carry yourself as an elderly man. I
just look very elderly.
Yeah, no, I don't even think you look elderly. The grays are.
The chicken parm takes a toll on
you. Not many grays popping. You got some specks on the side, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say you are 37 years old. Diz, would you like to take a guess?
The knowledge he has on certain hip hop artists and stuff I've heard, I would put him a little older. I'm going to say mid 40s.
So is that 45? Are you going with 45?
I'm going to go one up and say 46.
Wow.
46, all right.
Oh, damn. Those were 10-year spread between our
you
guesses.
said what?
I think I said 37.
Yeah, you said 37.
Yeah. Do tell us, Moses, how old are you?
As of yesterday, I am 41 years old.
41,
nice.
41 years. Man, it's so crazy. Time is a wild thing because, I've worked at radio my whole life. Diz, you're a little bit younger than me. You've been working at radio for a long time, and we're very close in age. And to me, it's so crazy. Like I've done whatever I've been able to do, but like you're a well-established attorney at law at 41 years old. Are you ahead of the game? It feels like you're more established than people your age.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really like to compare myself to other people, but
compare it to me. I feel like you've accomplished much more in your life than I have. That's ultimately what I'm getting at here.
Well, I've probably eaten more chicken parm, and I think that's quite the accomplishment.
That is, dude. So yesterday is Mo's actual birthday, and to celebrate your birthday, you gave out chicken parm for free for hours on end.
Yeah, there was this like new little restaurant that opened up kind of like middle of last year, and it's just really good food. I was like, yeah, let's try to support them. And so we just went out there and we just set up shop from like 12 to 2, and just everybody who came in, we just bought them lunch, and it was a fun time.
How much chicken parm did you eat? Like how many cutlets do you think you got into yesterday?
So I started with a chicken parm pizza, which they had a really crisp chicken parm pizza, which is hard to do. It was delicious, nice little appetizer. And then had a full dinner portion, which is like 2 cutlets, chicken parm, nice little side of pasta.
Now, is this just the first hour, or is this for the whole day?
That was just the afternoon lunch portion.
It was funny. I was talking with Mo, a cat named Mo, last night, and the phrase, what do you get for the man who has everything, came out of our mouths. We're talking about your birthday and what we might do or anybody might do. Do you vividly remember, like within the last 5 years, the greatest birthday present you've received?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, does your wife get you something like extravagant for your birthday?
I'm sure there is something out there that I should be remembering.
What'd she get you this year?
Nothing.
Are you guys no gift people?
There's no real need for gifts.
We're the same. We're the same. Now you're obviously maybe in a tad of a different tax bracket, so I would imagine there's the flow. The flow of funds is a little different, but Danielle and I have always thought the same thing. Like if she wanted something, she would go get it. Yeah. And if I want something, or I find something on Instagram in the middle of the night, I'm going to just go buy it. So by the time it gets to holidays, we've probably going on 5 or 10 years of like no gifts.
Yeah. And if there's something like fun that I want to get somebody that like, it means something to them, like I'll probably just buy it as like a fun surprise rather than waiting for like a birthday or Christmas or a holiday anyways.
Yeah, this is it's legal because I'm a patient, but Danielle got me a gift. It had to be 3 years ago on Valentine's Day, which is kind of like our not marriage anniversary, but it's when we got together, and it's obviously Valentine's Day. She bought me, Diz, you'll appreciate this. I can't look at Mo because he's a man of the law. Like a Puffco, like one of the electric like dab rigs type stuff. Those are the type of things that like I could never bring myself to spend that much money on.
Yeah.
So that was like the last great gift that I received from her, and maybe the last gift at all. Like those little weird things that you just can't quite pull the trigger on, but maybe she'll have a surprise for you when you get home tonight.
I doubt it, but she did buy me one time like a really nice briefcase. This was probably like 10 years ago, and I think I used it for like a year or two, and then I just switched to the $20 backpack that I carry around everywhere with me.
That's the other thing about you is that I don't know how many attorneys carry briefcases versus backpack, but you have the look of a man who I might not guess immediately that you're an attorney.
might be a homeless person just traveling the open road.
Takes one to know one, because people have been telling me that I look homeless for essentially my entire life.
I mean, a backpack's just much more versatile. You can store more stuff in it, easier to carry, free hands.
Last time you were here, you were living like a hobo out of your backpack.
Yep.
Did you hit it big at the Hard Rock last Wednesday night?
I mean, it was a decent little run.
Yeah, you went on a decent little run.
Uh-huh. You know, you had some ups, you have some downs.
Yeah, more ups than downs.
We left up a little bit. I think it was like a couple hundred up when I left.
Not too bad. Yeah. Not too bad. You want to know? I hear Gio talking about it, and this to me is where the gambling on your phone. And I'm sorry, Mo, if you do this. I don't think you do it, but the slots on your phone,
that's
like the idea of firing up the Hard Rock app and being like, "Let me hit a button, ding, 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 ding. You just gave me all your money." Like And when you're there, I get it. It's the ambiance, it's the noise, it's the fun.
It's a little excitement.
There's something to it, but it's just I put my money into an account and then I have a little digital slot machine and I hit the button and it's like, nope, you lost. Your money's gone. It just doesn't hit the same way.
Yeah, I hate the slots. That's like, I never really understood that. You are kind of right. When you are there a certain time with people, you might get into it. Like when I was with Nicole, sometimes we'd hit it. I hated the slots.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's all rigged. I feel like you're going to hit
it's got to be
thing.
some form of rigged. And it's I always say that, like, I've just never been a gambler. Probably one of my biggest things is being a slot guy, because when I go there, I've played blackjack a time or two, but I always go to the slots and I'm like, all right, let's gamble. Put in a 20. 4 minutes later, it's gone, and I'm like, I feel sick. I want to leave. I want to go home. I can't do this anymore.
I'll go to the roulette table usually, and I'll just put money down and go with the chance of it rolling on, and then, odds, evens, whatever.
And I'm sure you get more entertainment, and a buck can go further than a slot. Mo DeWitt, when we have him in, we like to dig into legal briefs, different news stories, and different things we've talked about to kind of get his opinion on. If you do need some legal advice, feel free to call. It is 800-771-1025. Mo will help you if he can. We had a couple things, and bless Dizzy's heart, because I spent an abnormal amount of time trying to remember the things that we talked about this past week that we specifically said we need to get Mo's opinion. So I have the question, and then I have a part B to the question. We were talking about these people that live out by my parents, and they're terrible dog owners, and they had their dogs outside, these big Great Danes, through hurricanes and through winter storms, and just terrible. They barked all hours of the night, and there had been rumors that when one of them died, and I'm sorry to say this, but it's a fact, they believe that they put them in the burn pit. Oh, and now the second dog, we believe they tore down the cages, has passed as well, and they also believe that they put him in the burn pit. Are there any legalities when it comes to how you personally dispose of your own pet once they pass on?
Yeah, I mean, there's all sorts of laws on the books about it. I mean, you can bury your own pet on your property. Legally, it's supposed to be at least 2 feet deep. But if you are going to burn or self-cremate a pet, for lack of a better term, typically you need a proper incineration type setup. There's all sorts of environmental laws about burning animals in like an open
so it's like
burn.
Because of the smoke, it's like toxic smoke coming out of the burned animals.
Yeah, I don't know the exact logic, but it's something like that, especially, if they died due to a disease or something like that. So typically you're supposed to have like an approved incineration type setup. Now, of course, it may vary depending on whether you're within city limits or county limits. If you're in the country, maybe it's more acceptable, but typically there's so many different environmental laws out there that if you don't have the proper approved incineration type setup, you're probably going to be breaking one of those laws that's on the books.
Now, I think I know the answer. To this, but what can you do with a human body? Can you do anything? Like, because you can't even, like, can you go through a process to bury somebody on your own property?
I'm sure there's definitely laws about that. I don't think you can just randomly bury people.
Like, I need to get a license or some sort of certificate to bury. Like, let's just say my granny's been living with me all these years,
okay,
and I got some property, and she passes away, and I don't want to have to go visit her at a cemetery, so I just bury her out back. Like,
right by the oak tree. Yeah,
it doesn't seem too bad, but
it's America. I thought we were free here.
You'd like to think, but then I guess, like, they probably got to come do an autopsy or something first and make sure that you didn't kill your granny. I would think
that's usually a thing. I mean, you can have a family private cemetery, but it still has to be formally approved with zoning and records and maps. I mean, you can't just go down to the local park and bury granny under the swing set.
But if it's my house, maybe I would just have to go through some.
You have to go
protocols.
Through the zoning and records. I mean, I think didn't Ivanka Trump's first wife, get buried on his golf course?
Oh, really? I don't think I knew that.
I believe she did, and so they had to make sure that it was properly zoned for it, and that it was recorded, and that they have maps of the graves, and that it's documented properly. Because 50 or 100 years from now, you dig up a human skeleton, you don't know where it came from. That's a good point. That can be disconcerting.
That is probably more tape around getting a pool put in at your house than burying
your loved one. Yes, you were nailed it, Mo. Ivanka Trump was laid to rest in a private 10-plot graveyard near the first hole of the Bedminster Golf Course in 2022. What a peaceful, lovely place to have your last, your final resting spot, right there next to the. Right there next to the first hole.
How was your drive? Shanked it onto Ivanka.
Exactly. Or imagine you bury somebody back there and then, like you alluded to, they find it later or like just days after, like a bear or some sort of wild animal like digs up your granny and you find the bear like traipsing through your yard with your granny's arm or something. That'd be problematic.
I mean, that's why you have to be buried a certain level down.
It is. This is similarly in the same macabre type questioning. We last week, what was it was the house. It was the House of Horrors that they did a story on because a guy, I promise it goes uphill from here, people. The guy had died in his house and they didn't know about it for years and years and years. So eventually they had somebody go to the house that was doing like some sort of, it wasn't even a wellness check. I think they were looking for a mortgage or they were from the bank and they walked in and they thought they saw a Halloween decoration. And it actually ended up being it was a guy. It was a real guy that had died there and had been there for probably well over a year. And it took us down the conversation of, would you move into a house where this happened? Would you move into a house where a murder happened or somebody took their own life or something like that? Per the law, does a real estate agent or a listing have to tell you anything about a crime that was committed, especially if it was horrific, inside a house before you buy it?
No, typically you don't. So in Florida, generally, you don't have to disclose whether there was like a murder or a death or anything like that. But if somebody does directly ask you, did someone die here, you can't make a misrepresentation. You can't lie about it. So you do have to disclose it if directly asked, but you don't have to put it in the listing or include it as part of the regular disclosures.
Man. Would you rather live in a house, Mo, where someone was murdered, died of natural causes, or the remains of a murder were buried in there?
I'll go with the first two. Yeah. I wouldn't care if they were murdered or if they died there. I don't want remains on the property.
Oh, really? You'd go with the, that was a little bit, the answer for me is no to pretty much all of them. If I had to pick, the natural causes, maybe. But that just seems like, you don't know. You never know.
A fresh coat of paint cures everything.
You think. But next thing you know, you got little ghost babies running around the house. Yep. You got somebody visiting you while you're trying to sleep. Like, I would have no patience. I always say, like, the movies that you watch, depending on how true they are, of the people where just absolutely insane things happen, like the doors all swing open at the same time or the dishes go flying off the counter. Like, I'm out. Like, that day, if it was real and I saw it with my own eyes, I'm not going back. Like, these people that are like, oh, we have to stay. Like, I'm not spending one more night in a house after the dishes go flying across the room.
I got to be honest. I kind of agree with Mo. I know when we first started the show, this was something we talked about with like a murder house.
Yeah.
I think
you don't mind.
I think I would be okay if I got a good deal on it. I have to get a good deal, John.
Yeah,
if it's not a great deal, I'm not doing it. But if it's a great deal and someone died because of natural causes, that's easy.
You take $5,000 off the listing price for every family member beheaded in the house, and we'll call it a deal.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Let's try the phone lines. This might be somebody with something for Mo DeWitt. Could be a terrible thing. Let's see. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hey, this is Dave. I got a question for Mo.
All right, lay it on him, big boy.
Mo, I was involved in a Ponzi scheme about 5 years ago. The guy was prosecuted, and he went to federal prison, and he was told I was supposed to get paid restitution. Is there anything further I could do? Can I put a lien on his name or something to help that out, or am I just going to get lucky if I get any money back or what?
Well, you can a little bit of both. So, restitution's been ordered. If he has conditions of release, restitution can be a condition of release or a condition of probation if there's probation after he's released from prison. But the problem there is typically they can only pay what they have the ability to pay, and so they may pay like $10 a month or something. Now, you could sue him civilly and get a judgment against him. Now, that judgment may not be collectible. And he may not even fight you on the lawsuit. It might just be a default judgment if you sued him and got the default judgment. And then if he does ever come into money in the future, if he gets a job, you can garnish his wages. But you're going to have to chase him around for the rest of his life to try to recover that money.
Yeah, well, this guy's based in Texas is where, but, like the federal government, they've kept me informed with everything, sending me emails and stuff about what's going on, when his release is and all that stuff, so...
Yeah. You said it was about 5 years ago. You want to take a look at what the statute of limitations is. I don't know the exact fact pattern here, if it'd be under Florida law or Texas law, but you want to take a look at that. It might be worth just filing a civil lawsuit, even if you do it on your own. Considering he's in prison, he might not fight it and you just get a default judgment against him.
Yeah. Is that something your field that you do, or?
I don't, but I can point you in the direction of some people who could help you with it. If you don't mind me asking, how much money was it? Or you don't have to say. $50,000.
Whoa.
Was it I'm just taking a guess here. Was it a Ponzi scheme related to oil?
No. It was an investment portfolio, and obviously I wasn't the only one taking in on it, and it was just a bad thing. I'm surprised it happened. I mean, it seemed legit.
They always do.
You got a damn fine Ponzi scheme going if it seemed legit. Well, I hope that helps you, Dave, and good luck, dude.
Yeah, shoot me an email. I'll connect you with some people who can help you.
Yeah, but you got to buy him a chicken parm after, dog. That's only right.
At the very least, thank you. I've been meaning to ask you this, maybe even off the air, and I can't get too deep into it. And one day soon, I'm gonna talk more about this. You ever do any work with timeshares?
Yeah, I have actually.
Yeah, they're like a son of a bitch, kind of, right?
They can be. They can be.
If you get into one, it's very tough to get out of one.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've been involved in actually a lot of lawsuits regarding timeshares and people trying to get out of timeshares.
It is,
for the record, we warned him.
It is the thing is,
did.
No, you did, but you also nobody at all knows the update. Nobody knows what happened. What happened next?
Well, it doesn't sound great.
Well, it happened. It happened over the break, and we're actually good. Like I can say, there's nothing looming that is concerning, but it was for a minute, and it's I just don't think I'm totally comfortable talking about it yet. But it is a very interesting thing that I didn't realize the gravity of like how many people dealt with it. So it was a thing we dealt with over the Christmas break. I'll just say that until I feel more comfortable sharing all the details. And then all of our phones and like our YouTubes and everything, we're getting these ads for, they seem to be attorneys that all they deal with is timeshares and how to get people out of deals that they signed.
Yeah, I mean, I dealt with one case, and I won't say the name of the timeshare company, but basically under Florida law, once you buy a timeshare, you have a 10-day cancellation window. So for any reason, you can cancel within 10 days. And that 10 days starts from when you receive this certain disclosure. So this timeshare company would have you sign a document saying, hey, I understand there's a 10-day disclosure. It starts once I receive this document. And they would verbally tell the people, we're going to mail you that document. So once you get home, you get that document. No worries. If you want to cancel, just call us within 10 days of receiving that. What they didn't tell them is once they bought the timeshare, they gave them this like envelope packet. It was a nice little fancy notebook type thing, and had a hidden secret pocket in it. And they put the disclosure in the secret pocket.
It is interesting. What we were talking about, and I realize I'm barely talking in riddles, but like what we were talking about that day when everybody was warning me was the freebie that they give you to go.
Right.
The freebie is legit. The freebie is legit.
That guy did call and tell you that part was legit.
That part is legit. It's what happens when you start legitimately looking into what they're selling.
Yeah.
And again, I'll go more into detail of what happened to us over the break when we I should have done more research because, the thing is, it's not research about the timeshare itself because that part is what it is. It's how they do it. They have like a formula on how they get you in this room and the things that they tell you and the direction that they take it. And that was the part that was more concerning than the freebie. The freebie I'm locked in for.
Yeah.
We're actually, I think, going to go to Colorado next year and use the week 10 days that we got for it. It's what happened once we were there that ended up ultimately being.
They know what they're doing. They know they dangle this a little bit, and then they go, "Well, we got this idiot. We got this idiot now, because we offer this, and we're really hitting them for this."
Yeah. Oh, and they do. They have a system, and they know exactly what they're doing. And the thing is that the amount of people they push through these places, like that was the other thing too, is that we went to a place that was like a resort, but it had like an office building in it. And I mean, it was full to the brim the entire time with a rotation the entire time. And I mean, the problem is, who doesn't love going on vacation?
Yeah.
Like who doesn't love being told you want to take more vacations? You want to live your life to the fullest and pay less money to do it. It's an easy thing to sell. But yeah, that 10-day rule is, I'll just say that I'm well versed in that rule now. That's all I can say.
Understood.
Let's hit some news stories that Mo DeWitt might be able to help us, guys. Oh, by the way, how was Josiah? How was the dude, the bone listener that got his bike?
Yeah, we did that on Saturday. Dude was awesome. Picked out a super nice bike. It was beautiful, and we did a little presentation on Saturday. It was a lot of fun, and he rode off back to Sarasota.
Dude, people that listen to The Bone, that follow the people that we are associated with, you have the chance to win. We're giving away $1,000 in about 30 minutes. Josiah won himself a damn hog from Just Call Mo. Did you do the drawing yet for the cruise?
We did. We did it yesterday, I think.
Yeah.
But we have not reached the winner yet, so we haven't announced the name.
Okay, yeah.
But it has been drawn. But yeah, Josiah and I are supposed to grab some chicken parm later.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Oh, look at that, dude. A little bromance blooming on the side. Is 866 call MOE 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Just call Mo.com. This is something that I find myself just being more passionate about it. And there's probably a semblance of me just getting older and, very, very okay boomer. I think social media is going to melt and ruin the minds of the next generation. I think that there's a million different reasons why young kids having social media from a young age on will pretty much just ruin them. And there was a massive lawsuit that was being filed against Snapchat. The Snapchat's parent company, Snap, has settled a social media addiction lawsuit just days before the landmark case was due to go to trial in Los Angeles. Terms of the deal not announced, as it was revealed by lawyers at a California Superior Court hearing, after which Snap told the BBC the parties were pleased to have been able to resolve this matter in an amicable manner. Other defendants in the case include Instagram, Meta, TikTok, YouTube, none of which have settled. The plaintiff, a 19-year-old woman identified by just the initials KGM, alleged that the algorithmic design of the platforms left her addicted and affected her mental health. In the absence of a settlement with the other parties, the trial is still scheduled to go forward against the remaining 3 defendants, with jury selection due to begin on the 27th of January. I know we've touched on similar things like this in the past, and I think we're probably just starting to crack the door on lawsuits towards AI and social media. When it comes to this argument of addiction, do you think you're ever really, like, it seems like an intangible, like to be able to prove an addiction seems like it would be tough in a court setting? I
mean, I would be curious to know what their proof is. I mean, obviously there was the tobacco lawsuits. Those were major lawsuits, and they were able to prove that they were addictive. Cigarettes were addictive, and that the cigarette companies knew they were addictive. And so here, I'm curious to know what their evidence here is that, Snapchat, Instagram, Meta, YouTube, Google, all those companies knew that what they were putting out there was addictive to some degree. Now, maybe they have internal documents where they're discussing how to make it more addictive or something like that. On the flip side of it, unlike tobacco, I don't think people have died from overusing Snapchat. There's some cases where people have been, committed suicide and things like that, but that's not what we're talking about here. This is just the addiction to the actual device. So, as that could potentially be damaging, I guess, if you don't do anything else in your life. But it's not the same as like the tobacco lawsuits where people got cancer and died.
It's tangible. You can go and you can do the test and know that the nicotine and the stuff in a cigarette is not only going to kill you eventually, but is also very addictive in nature.
Yeah. So, and we don't know the terms of the settlement with Snapchat. So did they settle for $5,000 or $500 million? We don't know. They could have just paid a nominal value to make it go away because they're like, hey, we'll pay it. It's less than paying our lawyers to go to trial.
Hypothetically, discovery in a case like this, and you get into the nuts and bolts of communications and meetings at the highest level with these social media groups, and you can find, that there's I'm sure they have a very, very, bougie name for it. Actually, what's funny, dude? The movie Friendship with Tim Robinson and Paul Rudd.
Yeah.
Remember his job? His job was to help make apps more addictive. Remember that was his actual job.
He was a weatherman. Oh no, that was
Paul
that was
the other guy.
Yeah,
Tim Robinson's his office job was he was helping make apps more addictive. So you find communications where I'm sure they spruce it up and call something else. Let's a meeting to discuss the recurring visiting nature of an average user, and it's built to make sure people come back and really ultimately can't live without it. I mean, those things I would imagine would be damning.
I mean, I guess so, but then what's the line, right? Because obviously, restaurants, there's a lot of psychology going into, increasing the average check, even from the way the menus are laid out and the offerings that they provide. So they're trying to sell appetizers. So you can make the argument there you're trying to be manipulated, right? So they're using psychology to lay out menus in a certain fashion and make your eyes drawn to certain areas to increase the average check per customer. So, on the business side, if you're saying, okay, we want people to spend more time on our platform because we make more money on advertising based on how many people we have on there per hour or whatever it is. So where's the line in society where we draw between, this is manipulative behavior that we're not going to tolerate versus this is behavior that we believe people should be able to self-regulate or have parents who regulate them for minors going forward. So, that's kind of balance.
It's interesting because I've always looked at it from a perspective of the deck is just so stacked. Like you have people that are probably being paid millions, if not billions of dollars a year, whose job it is to make sure that your kid cannot live without social media. Like that is their job. They want to make sure that the notification noises and the way that your algorithm gets built, that it creates an environment where you want to keep going back and back. And a 10-year-old kid can't compete mentally with the work of a large corporation who's made it their mission to ensure that you become, and I'm using their wording, addicted to their app. It just doesn't seem like a fair fight at that point.
Right. And then, that's, some would argue that's where parents should step in and say, hey, we gotta limit your screen time. We gotta limit the amount of time you're allowed to game, amount of time you're allowed to spend doing this or that. So
this says the closely watched case could challenge a legal theory that social media companies have used to shield themselves. They have long argued that Section 230 of the Communications Decency Act of 1996 protects them from liability for what third parties post on their platforms. But plaintiffs argue that the platforms are designed in a way that leaves users addicted through choices that affect their algorithms and notifications. The social media companies have said the plaintiffs' evidence falls short of proving that they are responsible for the alleged harm, such as depression. And I think this lady, too, I think she's claiming a serious eating disorder and like body dysmorphia because, she felt she had to compete with people on social media. There was unrealistic expectations set.
Which, we've seen that. People made those arguments about, fashion magazines and health magazines back in the day, too. So it's kind of now just snowballed into social media, and we're going after these big companies. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but, we've seen these arguments in other places throughout history, previously.
Yeah. Let's take one more call, see what's going on the phones, and then we'll step aside for a moment. Senning Show, you're live on the air with Mo DeWitt. Just call MOE.com. Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is David.
Hey, David. What's up today, buddy?
Hey, I apologize if I'm coming in a little bit prematurely with this, but the thing you were just talking about that you were trying to get out of, were you talking about what you went through at Busch Gardens?
I really, dude, I appreciate you calling and wanting to talk about it, and I promise you soon, very soon, maybe even as soon as next week, we'll do a full deep dive, and I'll tell you everything that I went through. But I'm not quite out of the woods yet, so I'd like to just give it maybe a little bit of time.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to talk about it. I just specifically remember calling and telling you.
Well, you do. You do remember that. Yes, I will tell you. You did call on that day, and
you ruined him.
And I told you that, yes, so thank you. I don't know what else to say at this exact moment, but don't go anywhere. When we come back, we've got more legal briefs with Mo DeWitt. Man, a wild story about a kid who lost their finger in a classroom in South Carolina and what the teacher decided to do with it after that happened has found them in legal trouble, and an unbelievable news story about an 11-year-old that will bring us to a question for Mo DeWitt about when you try and charge an 11-year-old kid as an adult. We'll do that and a bunch more coming up next with Mo DeWitt on Senning Show. Your chance at $1,000 coming up at 2 o'clock. During this cold stretch of weather, did you have the breeze blowing right through those cracks in your windows? Well, it might be time to get new windows and doors from Reese Windows and Doors. They're a local company, been doing it for over 50 years. These products are made in America, and they come with that double lifetime warranty, which means when you sell your home, the warranty transfers, and that's going to increase the value of your home. And everybody's looking to do that these days. And they want to give you an opportunity to win $25,000 in free windows. All you got to do is text TRUST to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129. You can also get a free quote today at reesewindows.com.
Way down
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Drew Garabo Live featured cut of the day on the 102.5 The Bone app. Sponsored by Stingray Chevrolet. You could win a new Corvette from Stingray Chevrolet. Enter to win at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. 102.5 The Bone.
Bull riding is not just a sport. It's a gamble of guts and glory. Nothing else compares. It's PBR Tampa at Benchmark International Arena, January 23rd and 24th. Ready to be cowboy? Get your tickets at Ticketmaster. It's bull time.
Mike Calta here to tell you about my friends at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. Right now, trade up and drive into 2026 for less. They aren't waiting. Get their best offers on new Chevys right here in the new year. They'll pay top dollar for your current vehicle. Keep the cash or use the trade up and save even more. Start 2026 behind the wheel of something new before the best are sold. Visit StingrayChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims. And in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without a jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Gold demand is skyrocketing to record highs. As more Americans rush to preserve their savings, will there be enough gold? I'm Dr. Ron Paul, and I believe physical gold is the only way to truly protect your 401k or IRA savings. Gold offers tangible security that can't be tracked, stolen, or inflated. That's why I strongly advocate for gold IRAs. To learn more, text the word SECURE to 989898 now. Birch Gold Group will send you a free info kit on gold IRAs. Birch Gold is the only gold company I trust, and their thousands of great reviews prove I'm not alone. So don't wait another second. Protect your retirement savings today and see how easy it is to move your IRA or 401k into physical precious metals. Text SECURE to the number 989898 for your free gold IRA info kit. Again, SECURE to 989898.
Message and data rates may apply.
Eligibility and results may vary. A beautiful, confident smile can change everything. It changes how people see you and how you see yourself. When you're proud of your smile, confidence comes naturally. At Sage Dental, we make that confidence possible using the latest technology. Our caring team of dentists, orthodontists, and oral surgeons use minimally invasive techniques for the smile you've always wanted. Whether it's braces, clear aligners, implants, partial or full restorations, all of Sage Dental's personalized treatments are conveniently done right there in the office. With same-day and next-day appointments, call Sage Dental now for that confident smile that lasts a lifetime. We work with most insurance plans. No insurance? No problem. Our Sage Care Plus plan can save you up to 65% on general or specialty dental care. Sage Dental, leading with innovation, centered on care. Call 800-313-9966. 800-313-9966. That's 800-313-9966.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota is having a happy renewal year sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and doors, plus no money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. That expires on the 31st of January. Superior products, exceptional service. BestWindowsFlorida.com for renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota. License number CGC 1527613. BestWindowsFlorida.com.
It's time for a clean slate at Crown Honda. We're clearing the lot of all past year's Honda models. Like a new Honda Civic LX, just $219 a month. Or a new Honda Accord LX, only $209 a month. But hurry. The Clean Slate sale runs this month only. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service.
Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest, the last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay. Things people love.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them.
I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Bulls fans, score a one-of-a-kind Lightning football jersey with the purchase of a ticket pack to the Lightning game on Thursday, January 29th versus the Jets. It's the perfect attire for the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series game. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticket packs to get yours today.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You might know nothing, but at least you'll know that thing. Brought to you by Just Call Mo, Tampa's injury attorney. That thing. It's time for That Thing right now on Senning Show.
1, 2, you know what to do.
I bet you never heard old Marshall Dillon say, Miss Kitty, have you ever thought of running away? Settling down, would you marry me? If I ask you twice and beg you pretty please. She'd have said yes in a New York minute. They never tied a knot. His heart was
We back, baby. This is Senning Show. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. We've got the man himself, Mo DeWitt, in our midst right now. This is the hybrid when That Thing meets legal briefs with Just Call MOE. You can find him at justcallmo.com, 866-CALL-MO, if you find yourself in need of representation. This story is, there's no pretty way to set it up. And I think I'm not trying to make a connection between a story like this and social media, but I am saying the more kids use social media, the more young people are murdering their parents. Court records are revealing what led up to a shooting that claimed the life of a central Pennsylvania man and had an 11-year-old, an 11-year-old charged with homicide. Clayton Dietz, who was celebrating his 11th birthday the day of the shooting, was looking for his Nintendo Switch that was previously taken away from his father. So he's looking all around. He's trying to find out where his dad hid the Nintendo Switch. Well, while doing that, he finds a set of keys to a safe. He opens that safe, and there is no Nintendo Switch in there, but there is a gun. Authorities confirmed 42-year-old Douglas Dietz was found deceased shortly after 3 a.m. at home on the first block of South Market Street. This is up in Pennsylvania. Jillian Dietz, Douglas's wife and Clayton's mother, said the two of them were in bed when a loud noise woke her up. After nudging Douglas to try and say, what's going on, she noticed that he did not wake up. This is bad. She then said she heard something that sounded like dripping water, turned the light on, and learned that it was blood. When Clayton entered the room, Jillian told authorities she yelled something along the lines of, "Daddy's dead." He then ran down the stairs yelling, "My dad's dead." At the home on South Market Street, authorities found Douglas lying in his bed. He was shot in the head. While speaking with the family, a trooper claimed he heard the kid say, "I killed my daddy." Jillian Dietz also told troopers she and Douglas had adopted the kid in 2018. He told authorities he found the keys to the gun safe while searching for the console and thought it might be stored in there. He grabbed the gun, which was a revolver from the safe. During an interview, Jillian said she went to bed just after midnight, shortly after she and Douglas sang happy birthday to their 11-year-old son, and he came to bed a short time after. I've watched some videos and some different coverage, and there's a lot of discussion about whether or not this kid is going to be charged as an adult or he will go through the juvenile system. What are some of the factors that come into play with a horrific crime like this from an 11-year-old? Because as terrible as it is, it still feels bizarre to think about an 11-year-old being tried as an adult.
Yeah, I mean, at least in Florida, I know this occurred in Pennsylvania. The prosecutor has discretion whether to direct file on it or not. So direct file means basically taking it out of the juvenile system and putting it into the adult system. And usually they're going to be looking at the child's age, evidence of planning or intent, the circumstances, like here, access to the secured weapon. I mean, it says he was looking for his Nintendo Switch. He probably shouldn't have known how to get into the gun safe. They're going to look at mental health issues, developmental, if there's any developmental issues. And then, of course, public safety and likelihood of rehabilitation. So at 11, the purpose of the juvenile system is rehabilitation. The purpose of the adult system is punishment. So they're two very different systems. So the question really is, can you take this 11-year-old based on those factors and rehabilitate them? I would make the argument an 11-year-old probably doesn't fully understand death. They don't fully understand that, when you shoot somebody, there's no coming back from that. They don't really understand the full consequences of that. And to put an 11-year-old into the adult system would be pretty extreme, frankly. I mean, you'd have to make a whole carve out just to have them in a prison, basically.
Did they pass a law not that long ago about life sentences for people under a certain age? Because I know a bunch of people got released because if you got a life sentence and were under a certain age, they deemed that was unconstitutional not that long ago.
They did. It was basically a cruel and unusual punishment because they were so young. And again, looking at rehabilitation versus punishment. And so there were some juveniles who received a life sentence at a very young age. And ultimately, those sentences were overturned.
That's just crazy. The interesting, my guess on this was that it was caused from the gun. I was going over this story with my wife last night, and she thinks there's more to the story. I thought it had to be from the gun. Authorities noted that Clayton, that's the kid, had a large contusion above his left eye and a small laceration in the middle of his lip. So not saying that there's the dad was beating on him or something. I wondered, none of the articles that I looked at said anything about speculation or even any investigation into why he had those injuries. So I almost wondered if a big revolver, kind of blew back and hit him right in the face.
Yeah. I mean, who knows? I'm sure there'll be more of an investigation as to exactly how this occurred and the cause of death and whether there was any other, injuries, whether it's a fight or anything like that. But
11 years old, man. I think of when I see these stories, there was that kid a few years ago who I think was even younger than that took a gun to school and shot his teacher.
Yeah.
I think of what I was doing at 11 years old. I was building forts in the backyard. I was wrestling my friends on the trampoline. You could probably come up with a different million reasons why a kid ends up in a situation where they're capable of this even, but it's just a different time. And I think more kids don't really have a childhood as much as we did. I think we used to be able to take our time a little bit. And I think an 11-year-old today is probably closer to a 15 or 16-year-old back when we were growing up.
And he's adopted. So he was in the system before and stuff, So
I was thinking
harder.
problem child, child, or the good son or something. They got a kid who had he had a murderous mind before they even knew that he did. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's scary.
That's sad too.
It's horrific. It's absolutely. I don't know how a family moves on. It's absolutely terrible.
The moral of the story is don't adopt.
Yeah, don't adopt and lock up your guns more than you think you need to. We touched on this story yesterday, and I at least wanted to bring it to your attention so you give us your thought on it. And maybe you heard about the couple who is suing the IVF clinic and a physician alleging that a doctor implanted the wrong embryo during a fertility treatment. So white couple, her eggs, his semen, they put them together, however the magic works, to make a baby inside of her. Baby comes out. Baby seemingly is a black child. It is not theirs. They did the genetic testing. It is not theirs. This feels on paper like there wouldn't be much of an argument. You made a baby inside of me that is not the baby that belongs to either one of us.
And so what they use the wrong embryo, or do we know?
I don't think
what
we know.
caused
Well,
it?
so as of this, all of the details are that they're not getting responses from the clinic. They have not admitted to or even alluded to what they possibly did wrong. Attorneys for the couple are seeking an emergency injunction requiring the clinic to preserve records, notify potentially affected patients, and begin immediate genetic testing amongst all the patients to figure out, because it is hard to believe that it happens once. Like, I'm
true.
thinking if this one gets jumbled up here and then that one gets jumbled up here, all of these people, at least from a certain time period, might all have babies baking inside of them that are not actually the babies they thought they were.
Yeah, and here they just happen to know that because visually they could see that was not the proper skin color.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what the headlines are that these people are suing because they have a black baby. The real issue here is that they implanted the wrong embryo in this person. And obviously that's, extremely negligent on many different levels. And that also this embryo belongs to somebody else who probably wants
their baby.
Yeah.
Well, and then somebody's got your baby.
Right.
Potentially. Like there's a bunch of babies not with the parents. I heard Carmen and Mike talking about this morning, and we didn't really touch on it yesterday, Diz, about the like it's not her baby biologically, obviously. Like it's not even their genetics, but the idea of growing a living being, because they're taking care of the baby still, and they have been open about, we're falling more in love with this baby every day. And obviously I have that bond. And I just think that I was overlooking what that connection at the very least must be. Like you still grew this living being inside of your body. Not that they were being heartless and like, hey, we're dropping this thing off. It's not ours. Like we're bringing it back. But just the, although not actually biologically theirs, you still grew this baby inside your physical body and then gave birth to it, which is probably a connection that goes beyond genetics.
Yeah, I mean, you get a group of mothers on that jury.
Yeah.
And these people are in big trouble.
Well, and that's the thing too, is that it's like the idea of this is the way it's going now, but what if it was the other parent that figured it out, and then they come back and she's like, no, this is my baby. I had this baby. I grew this baby inside of me, and nobody's going to take it from me. It's a whole, all of these the new frontier of it. It's so interesting, talking about how old you are and how long you've been doing law. Like we're now in a different world where things that probably when you went through classes and were learning things, this was fantastical. Like between AI and social media and making baby. I don't know how long they've been making babies like this, but you've got to venture into a whole new world that has kind of just been open over the last 5 to 10 years.
And a lot of times it takes the law, longer than it probably should to catch up with the technology. Because the statutes and the laws on the books are always, behind when technology is advancing. I know IVF's been around for a while, but sometimes these things aren't even contemplated. So when they happen, they have to kind of look at the laws that are on the books and try to piece it together, basically, until they pass a law that actually applies to this direct situation. And this is a situation where money doesn't really make it better on any side.
No,
the other parent probably wants their embryo or wants that child. These people grew this child and have a connection to it, but it's not theirs. And obviously that's very confusing and, emotional on many different levels. So it's just a mess.
Well, and you have to wonder, like I talk about that connection and trying to make a movie for the most part. But the the other family sees this on the news, and then they know that's not their baby, and they go, but it is my baby.
Right.
Like I'm not giving my baby back. That may be my baby biologically, but the baby I gave birth to is my baby, and then they're living in Indonesia. Next thing you know, just trying to protect their baby that's not really theirs.
Yeah, and you bring up the issue of if this happened this time, could have happened other times, which then goes to a situation of, what is their actual organizational process of how they're, storing these embryos? I mean, we've seen cases before where they were just burying random bodies in random graves and mixing body parts. And those were massive lawsuits that, came out from that because they were just completely negligent. Is that the case here? Are they just saying, hey, it's an embryo, pop it in,
Yeah, they're not even.
Nobody knows at this point, but there's obviously going to be a lot of DNA testing going on. This one was a little more obvious on the surface for, obvious reasons. But there's going to be a massive lawsuit out of this and probably a lot of confusion in the law as to what to even do with it.
It's a crazy world. Man, about once a week, I feel like I smell Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Like it's just, I don't know what it is, but it happens about once a week. And I just get this overwhelming, like warm, cozy feeling that somebody's got mashed potatoes, turkey, gravy, stuffing, green bean casserole, and dinner rolls somewhere right in this hallway. It happens quite often.
Oh, yeah. Definitely hit me just now, too. Someone definitely walked by and it's like probably in the vibes, too.
Like I don't know if it's a Boston Market meal. I don't know where the hell it came from, but it smells absolutely delightful.
R.I.P. Boston Market.
Dude, you know what's going to be? You know anything about...
What, they got rid of all of them?
I think there was like one hanging on, but I think it's done, too.
Yeah.
Man.
You know what's coming into the one here on 4th Street? I don't know if we've talked about it before, if you've ever been to one. Cookout.
Oh, I've not been to it. I've heard about it. I think
Him
maybe
and
we've
Drew
talked
will
about
not
it.
shut up about
Dude,
it in a good way.
It is I think it's a GOAT level fast food place. It's going to be very interesting to see. A lot of places when they grow, it gets worse. Like that's just like you find a place that's kind of regional and then they go to the whole country and it just wasn't what it was. The way that they do it is that it's really meant to be like a backyard barbecue plate. So when you get it, it comes in a styrofoam box and their meals you can add like a cheeseburger and beans and corn fritters and a quesadilla. And I'm just a sucker for a flame broiled burger. And now that the king is slowly dying, I feel like it's going to be up to Cookout to give us a proper char grilled flavor here in the state of Florida. So yeah, I don't know. They haven't done anything to the building, but the Boma right here will be a Cookout soon enough.
One day.
Let's check in on this phone call. Let's see if it's any good. Senning Show, you're live on the air with Mo DeWitt. Who's this?
Yeah, hi there. I heard you talking earlier about the Trump and Ivanka being buried at the golf course.
Well, Trump, I don't think is buried yet.
No, I mean Trump's wife. Trump's wife, Ivanka. Yeah. All right, get me there. But one of the reasons why I believe he did it, and you can quickly check it, it's for a tax write-off.
Yeah, I'd heard that before. I didn't ever verify it, so I didn't want to say it on the air, but I have heard that before as well.
The man's always working. The man. Why let a dead body not save you a few bucks here and there? You know, it's.
I don't think it's for the whole golf course, but it's for a percentage of it. It's like and that's just what I've heard. I grew up in New Jersey, and I know the area well. So.
All right. Well, thanks for
I've actually been around Trump since the late 70s.
Oh, really? Have you actually met him?
Yeah, back then when he had his casinos in Atlantic City.
Yeah, how'd that go for you? You a fan?
No, most of the employees were terrified of him, but it's well, you could get in the elevator on the first floor, and let's say your shift doesn't start for 20 minutes. If you weren't dressed already, he could fire you by the time you got to the floor you were going to, even though you weren't clocked in yet.
The man aims for perfection.
So that thing about, you're fired, it goes all the way back through his history.
Well, and now instead of, terrifying his employees, he just terrifies the rest of the world and all the other countries. So thank you for the call. Man, this is a crazy story. And when things like this happen in schools, I always just think about like what a parent's first reaction would be in a situation like this. The mother of a South Carolina middle school student who allegedly had her fingertip severed while at school has filed a lawsuit against the school district. The lawsuit involves Shamika Freeman's daughter, clearly Asian, who was a student at Lady Islands Middle School in the Beaufort County School District. It alleges that Freeman's daughter was returning to her classroom on January 25th, 2024, after using the bathroom when another student closed the heavy door shut, crushing her left hand. The accident affected the student's ring finger on her left hand, and it led to fractures and a partial amputation of the fingertip. The lawsuit goes on to say the school district employees threw the student's severed fingertip in the garbage can because it was not preserved. The fingertip could not obviously be reattached during surgery because it was in the garbage can. The lawsuit alleges the school district was negligent, careless, willful. Dude, I got a law word for you that you can teach me something today, unless they just misspelled the word. WANTON. WANTON.
Yeah, wanton.
What's that? I've been wanting my fingertip back.
I mean, typically it's like deliberate and unprovoked.
Okay. And or grossly negligent in regard to the situation by failing to maintain a safe environment and properly monitor students. The family is asking for a jury trial and seeking to recover $300,000 at least in damages. So, I mean, I think you probably got to. I don't know. I guess you got to take care of the finger.
So, I mean, when you send your kid to school, there's the schools have a duty to take steps to reasonably keep kids safe, right? I mean, so even in this situation, if the finger getting cut off was just sort of a freak accident, there could still be an argument for a negligent emergency response, meaning just like if you delayed calling 911, you didn't send the child to the nurse or the doctor quickly, you didn't do basic first aid. I mean, throwing away the severed finger can fall right directly under that same category.
But what is the expectation of knowledge? Like if I'm a teacher and I'm not, teaching body parts or medicine, like does the average person, could you expect them to know that you don't just throw away the piece of finger that fell on the floor? Like, how do you know that person even knew that was a thing you were supposed to do?
Well, that's where it comes to the reasonableness standard. So it says reasonable steps to keep kids safe, right? So it'd be reasonable to call 911 in certain situations. It'd be reasonable to send kids to the doctor or call an ambulance in a certain situation. If somebody's having a seizure on the floor, you don't just leave them there. You call 911. So I think it's a fair argument to say it's reasonable not to throw out a child's finger and maybe give it to the paramedics when they come.
At the very least, call the school nurse and go, what am I supposed to do?
I can just see the teacher be like, ooh, yucky. You think they hit it? You think they hit like a Drew shot from across the room? They're like, oh. That's a tough one. I think I would, if somebody lost the finger, I think the first thing I would think is, we got to get it on ice. We got to get it on ice.
Yeah, you're not supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You're supposed to put it like in a wet nap. Because the ice actually can ruin.
Well, next thing you know, I'm getting sued because I put it on ice.
Exactly.
They're like, you gave the finger frostbite, and now it's ruined.
Just ask your phone. I guess
What do I do with this severed
Bake
finger?
at 350, based every 20 minutes.
Dude, everybody's got all their fingers here, right?
So far.
Dude, my dad, he's got a full blown nub.
Does he really?
I was I don't know how old I was, but he was out doing work in the yard with like a skill saw, I guess it would be. That doesn't even sound right. A power
Not
saw.
very skilled,
A power saw of some sort. And took
What
the
a
whole
man's
thing.
man.
Took
To
the
be able
whole
to
thing.
cut a finger off.
Dude, it's gone. He's still living life, and I don't know who did or did not put it on ice and try to save it, but
Can he still feel up there?
he says he does. Yeah, there's like phantom
phantom
pains that come along with it. So it's something. Let's give away $1,000. I got one more thing I want to throw at Mo DeWitt, but first we want to give you a chance to win $1,000 of cash money. This hour's keyword is award. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app right now and enter award before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone bonus could be yours. If you get a call from a number that you don't recognize, maybe it's a block number, maybe it's just a weird number, and it's 30 minutes past the top of the hour, you better answer. It could be the Prize Patrol trying to tell you that you won money. They do record those calls, so if they call you, shout out the show, say something nice, and collect those dollar bills. The word is award, so go now.
I heard the last one was actually a Bone winner.
Was it?
Yeah, on JP's.
Oh, wow. I heard. Well, yeah. Oh, the last one today.
That's what I thought. He could be just.
Well, yeah, who knows? Yeah. They're just like the billboard. I'm sure it's real. So just as an anecdote before we get into more wildlife talk, how about the shot of that eagle last night that I posted? Do you see that beast?
This guy lives in, what was it, Pride Rock in the Lion King?
Dude, well,
all the crazy animals by John.
So not only that, I knew what it was, and I've had so many people message me how rare it was to see that. Like that is a golden eagle that is not very prominent in the state of Florida and definitely not in this area. That picture does so little justice for how giant that bird was.
Oh,
like that bird looked like it was 3 foot tall and 3 foot wide. Like it would kill your family essentially. It was terrifying. And update as well, more coyotes last night. More like these. I am in the kill zone, clearly. Like again, a little bit later this time, same walking path.
Yeah.
Dude, right in front of us on the road. So this is now, so that's what, 3 out of 5 nights we've seen coyotes on our road in our neighborhood.
Can he legally beat one down with a bat?
Unprovoked?
Well, no, I would hope it's provoked.
Well, I mean, it's my word against his.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, you could obviously, if it was attacking you, you could obviously defend yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know what the laws are on hunting coyotes in the state of Florida.
Probably can't shoot them in city limits, right? Because that's
typically you're not supposed to discharge a firearm within city limits. So if it was for hunting purposes, certainly. But there may be a carve out for coyotes because they're not very well liked in the state either.
They're nuisance. Yeah, I will tell you, it brings me no joy, but I've worked the whole neighborhood into a frenzy. Anybody who's out on the street when I'm out walking the dog, it's like, it's crazy out here. There's coyotes everywhere. Protect yourself. Lock the doors. It's
Do they give you like a face and you have to be like, no, seriously, look at my phone?
No. I will say everybody's been pretty mortified. like some people I think are like, there's coyotes everywhere. All of my neighbors that I've talked to, that I've shown the pictures to and told them the story, like they're amazed that the coyotes are just roaming through our front yards at like 7:30. So something is happening. I think these 2 coyotes are just rogue and they've picked our street as a kill zone.
Any roadrunners around?
Not that I've spotted yet. That's next. Just a big giant ass eagle, but the roadrunner has not been spotted yet. I say that to talk about another beautiful creature. The Florida panther is treading water in the state, and the numbers decline to only about 230 adult panthers running wild. The iconic and endangered native cat is the focus of conservation efforts by state agencies. They are a conservation group is launching a lawsuit to protect the Florida panther habitat from a new 10,000-acre development. And The project site is over 10,000 acres, and with that, obviously, comes more cars on the road, more infrastructure. The biggest leading cause of death for the Florida panther, which is obviously endangered, is getting hit by cars. How do these environmental lawsuits usually go down? Because I've seen certain cases, it's a stretch of a comparison, but like what we saw with Alligator Alcatraz, a lot of that was the environmental groups pushing to say, this is too much. This light pollution, all of this movement in an area where it's preserved can't be happening. It obviously went through. This is the Center for Biological Diversity, the Sierra Club, and the South Florida Wildlands Association are all involved in launching the lawsuit. When it comes to what you have to prove there, to me, if you could prove that there's endangered animals living in and around that space, you would think it could be an open shut case.
Yeah, I mean, that's typically kind of what it factors on. And I haven't been involved in any of these types of lawsuits, but typically you're looking at the Endangered Species Act, National Environmental Policy Act, as well as even like Clean Water Act can come into play. And I know in the Everglades with Alligator Alcatraz, some of it was the light pollution was what they were arguing. So here, it could be factored in whether there's going to be wetlands that are going to be filled and dredged, and whether that violates the Clean Water Act, whether there's going to be enough habitat remaining to preserve the endangered species, the Florida panther. So there's going to be all these arguments made in a federal court. They're, of course, going to seek an injunction to try to pause or stop construction until the court can ultimately rule on this. And it's not just the Florida panther. We've seen these kinds of lawsuits with all sorts of endangered species throughout time.
I don't remember the story exactly, but Danielle's parents bought a piece of property somewhere, I think, out in Lake County, and they were I think they were just keeping it for an investment. And at the last minute before it closed, they found out, I want to say it was a scrub.
Yeah,
scrub
jay. I think it was
like an
jay,
endangered. They found like an endangered animal that was living on the property. So the whole thing got scrubbed, for lack of a better term. The whole thing got shut down. They could not sell the property because they had these damn scrub jays on the on the land.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's been similar stories with like endangered tortoises and things like that.
Yes, that's another one, the tortoises.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll scrub the entire project. Sometimes they'll force the developer to do like a habitat set aside or a conservation easement. Maybe they'll have like wildlife corridors so the panthers can travel through if it's that type of thing where they're traveling or migrating, I guess. They could force them to change the site design, or just have kind of additional mitigation, or they could just say nope and scrub the whole thing. Yeah.
Are you tight? I imagine you are. Are you tight with the people at Gatorland?
Yeah, we've been out there. We had an event there, 2 years ago?
Dude, I feel like, what do you think of this? Because it's got major field trip vibes.
Yeah.
What if we did a Just Call Mo field trip and we did like a party bus? Like, we can't all get wasted because they don't want drunk people like meandering around at Gatorland. But we did like a party bus stocked with chicken parms and some beverages. And we took it over to Gatorland and all looked at the gators and had some. I've never been, and it looks like such a cool place.
I love it. It's a fun place. It's more fun than you think.
Yeah, because Savannah runs the show over there. She used to be on with Drew back in the day. I think she still does stuff with the Monsters to this day. So she's a very, very sweet lady. All right.
Yeah.
All right. We got a potential event.
Last time I was there, she brought me in the gator enclosure.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The albino gator.
Dude, I want to hop. Will they let me hop on one?
Yeah. They'll let you do anything.
All right.
It's Florida.
All right. Done deal. He is Mo DeWitt. Happy birthday, dude. Thank you so
buddy.
much. We're lucky to know you. Lucky to have you a part of the Senning verse around here. Just call MOE.com 866. Call MOE. Look forward to seeing you sooner than later. We'll be right back. I want to give away some prizes, and here's what you're going to have to do. There's a new, I guess, relationship tip called the 24-hour rule. And pretty much what you're going to have to do to win tickets to Reggae Rise Up, the Pro Bull Riding, or the Monster Jam is give us your gripes and your nags and your issues with your partner only from the last 24 hours. I'll tell you what the rule is and how people claim it's saving their marriages and relationships, and we'll give away some prizes as well. Keep it locked to 102.5 The Bone. More Senning Show on the way.
A little dust on the bottom, but it's one of those things. It gets sweeter with time.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. Peanut butter and jelly, Batman and Robin, kegs and eggs. It's the 7th annual Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, Saturday, January 31st at McDenton, Soho. You get complimentary breakfast from 9 to 11 a.m., a live DJ keeping the party going, and your first Michelob Ultra is on the house until 1 p.m. Plus, we have your last chance to win your way into the Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove. The 7th annual Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion at McDenton, Soho. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra from your official pirate drinking station. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Slow drains or backups? Don't wait for a bigger mess. Hawkins Service Company, trusted by Tampa Bay homeowners for over 30 years, is offering a $49 drain cleaning to prevent costly plumbing repairs. Schedule today at HawkinsServiceCo.com.
Hey, it's JP for Prize Picks, the best, the easiest, the most fun way to play daily fantasy sports, and it's right in your phone, right in your pocket. And all you need to know is more or less. And you got a lot of stuff going on right now. Obviously, this coming weekend, you got the championship games, but you have Champions League soccer that's going on right now. You got NBA, you got NHL, you got college hoops, and a lot of times you just got to pick your favorite players and just know more or less, whether it's rushing yards, it's touchdowns, it's three-pointers, whatever it is. More or less is the way to do it. So you just have to join millions of users and sign up for America's #1 sports app, and that is Prize Picks. And now with Prize Picks, they also have the easy payouts. So if you have a player that gets hot, off to a hot start, now you have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. It's nice. Download the Prize Picks app today. Just use code JPJP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code JPJP to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks, it's good to be right.
Meet Zach. He's laid back, but means business about his business. Combine those, and you've got the proud owner of Florida's go-to place for cycling and community connection. That's why he banks with Mid-Florida, a local credit union who also cares just as much about the community as he does. And they gave him $300 when opening a new free business checking account, which means his financial worries have crashed and burned. Mid-Florida, your life, your money, your credit union. Insured by NCUA. 0.00% annual percentage yield. Terms and conditions apply and must be met within 6 months.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
I'm Mo DeWitt, your Tampa injury attorney. I'm here to talk when you need me, ready to listen. You deserve someone who's available, responsive, and truly invested in your case. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. I'm just one call away at 1-800-CALL-MO.
You could win a new Corvette at the Florida Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet Plant City in Stingray Chevrolet Bartow. The 17th annual new vehicle raffle. This year you could win a brand new 2026 Corvette Z06. Tickets still just $5. Every dollar benefits unity in the community. Enter at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. Together, let's drive.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older. $5 per entry. Void where prohibited. Winner selected March 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. EDT. All proceeds benefit Unity in the Community, Inc. See official rules for details.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. The game just changed because the tax stamp fee for suppressors is officially gone, and Shark Coast Tactical is urging you to act fast before the rush hits. Get in early and secure your suppressor now before the wave of applications hits and the pipeline clogs. Shark Coast Tactical has the inventory, the expertise, and the process ready to go, making it easier than ever to own the suppressor that you want without the extra tax stamp fee standing in your way. Visit Shark Coast Tactical today and get started and lock in your suppressor before the nation piles on. The tax stamp fee is gone, but the clock is already ticking. Move now.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well,
Trying to find a needle in a haystack? Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. 1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. With your host, John Senning.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, wake up in the morning to the clear blue sky. Turn up the music when I hop in the ride. The windows down, let the
we're here to help. Any way that we can help you in your life, we want to. Whether that be, professionally, sexually, when it comes to your love life. And this, I don't fully even understand it. I'm going to be completely honest with you, but I want to give away some prizes. And all you're going to have to do is share your gripes and your complaints about your partner, but they have to be things that have happened in the last 24 hours. The headline reads, the 24-hour rule is saving relationships, but experts say it won't work unless couples take the first step. There's a statute of limitations on gripes with your partner. That is the logic behind the now viral 24-hour rule, a helpful strategy that halts enduring fights and could save a spiraling relationship. The idea is you have to bring up to your partner whatever they did to upset you within 24 hours, or it has to die and go away forever. The idea of it is so you don't have things stewing and building up over a long period of time. Many on social media swear by the rule, claiming that it has helped prevent them from sending a rage text or provoking a screaming match after things have just been built up. They've got some people who do this that are quoted in the article. This has helped me a lot. I found that ghosting someone for 24 hours so I can cool down is much better than overreacting and sending an emotional text. Another said, I've used this method for years. It works every time. Sometimes you just need that little bit of extra time before you're ready to share what's bothering you. So it not only puts distance between what they did that made you mad, it also makes it so you don't hold on to it. Someone else chiming in, I've learned this over the last few years. It's best to process this, then discuss, because responding right off the rip hurts people. So it's kind of like a two-pronged idea in that you don't let it build. You do let it build up a little bit. You don't get on them in the heat of the moment, but you also don't let it build past 24 hours.
How do you and Danielle, you think, usually deal with your situation?
That's a great question. If there is ever anything that is, I think we're both like nobody's hiding any feelings in our house, and that if something is going on that has bothered her, I pretty much hear about it in the moment. If I feel like if something is bothering her and she's not talking to me about it, I feel like I can sense it. I don't want to say that I feel like I have a sixth sense for what people are thinking, but I feel like I do that with everybody. I feel like I can feel a general energy from everybody. Like, Drew and I, we never ever really fought. We've chalked down like a couple times throughout the years, but there were times when I would go and say, I know something's up.
Yeah.
Like I know something's up. And often there was something up, and he would do that for me as well. There are days when I can tell something's up with you. I might not always pry on it, but I just think having
the energy is off.
The energy is off, and you can feel it, and that's in personal and professional and in love life and everything. So I hate having looming or out there problems or beef. Like if I know something is out there with anybody, like we gotta get through it. Like we gotta handle it right now and diminish and decrease the amount of time that we're festering and living in the whatever the hell we're living in.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I'm kind of the same way with a lot of what you had just said. A big rule for me, especially when I was engaged, is let's never go to bed mad.
That's a great thing. That's
Don't
a great
put your
thing.
head down and you're mad and I go mad, and then we either just forget about it and then it comes up later, which is always the worst thing to happen when some argument you have and they go, I remember 2 weeks ago. Like,
and that's
man.
why and again, you got to be true to the rule, because that's the idea behind the 24-hour rule. Anything that's happened in the last 24 hours, you share it, but if you don't, it's over. You can't bring it up 3 weeks down the road, but you also have to be willing to play by the rules.
I like that, though. That's a good rule to me.
It absolutely is. The don't go to bed angry, maybe one of the best, like, run-of-the-mill cliche sayings out there. Like, I think that it really works. The other thing that Danielle and I have is that she can say things to me that I think feel a lot worse than what they really are. I don't know. I don't know if that makes complete sense.
Like in the moment?
Like in the moment. And I think I can do that too. Like I can, it's not taking something personal, but when you start at like a ground level of we love each other, we're going to be with each other for the rest of our lives, and everything's going to be okay. If you know that, I think you can say things that might be uncomfortable or might seem a little bit harsh and just be over it. Like she'll say something sometimes and I'll go, oh, damn. Yeah. And then 5 seconds later, what are we watching tonight? What are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, I think you got to get it out, but you also can't dwell on it, and you can't let it define a day or a week or a month, or definitely not a life.
Yeah, agreed.
So if you have 24 hours worth of gripes on your partner, we will take your call and possibly hook you up with Reggae Rise Up tickets, Monster Jam, or Pro Bull Riding. 800-771-1025. I was trying to think if I had anything for her, but man, I'm the one to be griped upon. Like, I am the mess. I am the slob. I'm the one who pees on the toilet seat. I am the one who doesn't get my towels to the laundry basket. Like, I don't even know that there is anything she could do that
upset you enough.
that would be a gripe. But that's my own issue. You know what I mean? That's because of all the things I just said. I just don't know that there could be. Maybe and I'm only saying this because it's grotesque, like didn't flush the toilet or something. Like that would be, if that happened.
Oh, yeah.
It never has.
Yeah.
Damn, you're going on 17, 18 years, not one time. But that would be enough where I'd go, we got to have a talk.
We got to sit down and figure this out.
We can't,
family meeting.
Yeah, we can't. we can't live like this. It may have been only one time in 20 years, but never again. Not on my watch. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hi, this is Kelsey.
Hey, Kelsey. How are you today?
Hi. So I don't really know if this whole 24-hour situation would apply to me.
Okay.
So it's 1 a.m. last night, and I just smell this smell.
Oh,
okay?
No. Oh, no.
And my husband, I turn over. I'm 38 weeks pregnant, so I'm a little angry.
Okay. Oh, whoa. You can't say that. You can't say that
word.
You can't. Sorry. I dumped you, but hold on. We're gonna let it. We're gonna let it build back. We're gonna let it build back so we can tell the story. We can tell the story properly. This is Kelsey. I don't know how much got lost. Potty mouth Kelsey. She woke up in the middle of the night, smelled something horrific, and then you discovered shortly thereafter that your husband is your husband.
Yes, he's on the toilet.
He's on the toilet. How did you figure out he was on the toilet? How did you discover that he had actually went to the bathroom in his pants? Which is what she said.
I looked over and I turned my light on, and it was on my bed.
Oh,
what is going on? Is he okay? Does he have a medical? Was there a medical emergency? Is he okay?
I don't know. I don't know. I just woke up really upset. I don't know if this 24-hour rule applies because I'm seeing red and it's dark in my room and all I can see is red.
So you weren't a supportive wife in those moments. You weren't like, oh baby, let mommy wipe your little tush tush. You were enraged.
Good.
I had to change the sheets. I had to get up.
Burn the
I
bed.
had to try not to wake the baby.
Did you even ask him if he was okay? Were you like, are you experiencing a medical emergency?
Yeah, like was he sick and he got a little confident with
what
something?
Do you have any details on what happened for this grown man to go poo poo in his bed?
He was okay. Sometimes I guess it just happens to the best of us. Is what I'm guessing.
You know what's crazy about that? There's like this community of people out there. I hear it on podcasts. I hear people talk about it where they're like, it happens. It's never happened.
No, yeah,
and
if
it does happen, I'm going to the hospital. Like I don't know
I've never had this happen.
You've never had this happen either. So
you're a sane human like us.
Now here's the problem is just because of your horrific experience, I want to give you a prize, but I also don't want to reward this man. So if I give you tickets to something, do you have a girlfriend that you're going to be able to take with you or something? Because I just feel like
I do. I do. I would take my best friend Anna.
Wow, so this happens in the middle of the night. Has he texted you during the day today to be like, sorry about that,
Good
babe?
question.
Have you checked in on him? Where's the communication stand
Did he
right now?
help clean up?
Yeah.
He is okay. He said that he trusted the fart, and you know what?
Too confident.
He was.
Dude, your marriage is over, by the way. Like there's no coming back from this. Like I just got to tell you, I don't think you're ever going to be the same again.
He should have been burying those pants in the back.
Yeah,
while she
he
was sleeping
should have.
and
He should
figured
have
something out,
taken
yeah.
your lifeless body, laid you on the floor, unmade the bed, remade the bed,
Yes.
cleaned himself up. I would have actually hit you with like a Dexter style injection of something that would have put you to sleep even more, just to ensure that you didn't wake up and find out what had happened. Well, wow. I'm going to throw you on hold. I'm going to give you something, but I'm so sorry that happened to you. I don't even know if it qualifies for anything we're talking about, but it worked. So
She has a
thank
new
you.
baby, and she's cleaning him. That's insane.
Yeah, she got a young baby and a baby on the way, and she's changing dead ass diapers in the middle of the night. Senning Show, you're live on the air. Who's this?
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, it's Felicia.
Felicia or Alicia?
Felicia with the F.
Hey, Felicia, what's going on today?
Hey, let me make this as quick as possible. Long backstory. I asked for a divorce in August. Finally got everything finalized last month. And my husband stepped out first physically in the neighborhood with one of the girls in the wine night that I go to.
Oh, the wine night.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wine night. And she's not the first person in the neighborhood. So
Wait, not the
decided
first
to get-
person in the neighborhood that your husband had banged?
Yeah.
What the hell?
You stuck around?
Yeah, why'd you go back?
Well, I'm not back.
But I thought you said it
So,
wasn't
like
the
I said-
first. You said it wasn't the first. So did you go
Well-
back after the first?
Well, no. So I asked for a divorce in August last year. So we have tried to make it work as much as possible. We have 3 kids together. We've been together since we're 18. It's been it'll be 22 years in April. And then, so we finalized everything in January because he was in charge of that and he kind of dragged his feet. So on Thanksgiving Day.
What is up with these potty mouth ladies? My God.
Dude, we
man.
have all these ladies.
No wonder
in
he's
there.
running out on you, potty mouth girl.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Well, I can tell you, he's
But
definitely
in
not
the
trying to make it work the
neighborhood-
best he can.
So three women since August?
This guy's a stud.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And I haven't done anything because I'm very respectful and trying to keep everything mutual and like try to keep everything calm in the house and respect our marriage or that is ending. And then so finally I met somebody and I have new friends and like I'm going out a little bit more often than I normally do because I'm like Betty Crocker with the moms, and like I take care of the kids and do all this stuff. So I started staying out a little bit later, and then all of a sudden he started locking the door, so I couldn't get home. And so long story short, he told me that because I've been looking for houses, because I'm the one who's moving out. That he wants to be husband and wife, even though everything's finalized now. I'm a miss instead of a mistress.
So he went and banged at least 4 ladies, and now he's like, you know what? Now that I think about it, we should stay married.
You are the one.
Yeah.
Right. And then, so now that I'm finally finding my place out in the world, he's like, we should be husband and wife until you move out. And
What?
I feel like almost like that princess in the dungeon that is like being held captive. And like I made meatloaf last night.
Whoa.
I've been doing dishes and
What the
laundry
hell?
and playing the wife card as much as I can. But today is a good day because I finally got approval on the house that I'm about to rent, and I'm super excited
You're gonna
about
be
that
out.
and ready to start my whole. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Let me ask you this. You can be honest. So he told you that he's been with at least 3 women since August when you guys started the divorce proceedings. Have you been sexually active with him since then?
Yes.
Oh, wow. You ever wonder about how close the overlap was on that?
Yeah, did you double up in the day?
Well, we said we're very, very honest with each other, so we said that we won't double dip in the same day.
Okay, that's fair.
So-
That's a solid rule.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then he gets really upset that I'm not jealous. I've never been jealous in my entire life. I don't feel like I have to chase you. If you don't want me to be with you, you don't have to. But he's been chasing me this whole time, and then like as soon as he sees I'm happy, he pulls me back, and I'm just so over it that I'm extremely happy with my life of how it's going now. I have a new job, a new house, a new
Look at
friend
that.
group, and a new
Look at that.
friend.
This is the kind of lady you need. Let's go ahead and grab your
When I can
digits.
cheat on? Yes.
Yeah, let's go get the
Get the
digits
number
off
from her. Yeah.
You got kids too, you said?
I do. I have 2 girls and a boy. They're in their teenagers, and I have been there for every step of the way. If he's not there, I'm there. In the beginning, it was a little toxic. If he was home, I want to be home, and then if I was home, he want to be home. But now we're doing things together,
Whoa.
and he's really, really trying. He's really, really trying to keep me there, and it's just like I'm just so happy with my new life. that
Mama gotta
there's nothing that
fly.
can pull me back.
Mama gotta fly. Enjoy your new home. I'm going to throw you on hold. I'm going to give you something. Just hang tight.
Yeah, my number.
I'm
Just
glad
don't.
to see. No, that was a joke, Diz.
Yeah,
I was
yeah, yeah.
joking. That
Thank
is
you.
not. That's too much. Lovely lady, but too much for you right now. All right, don't go anywhere. When we come back, something very specific I want to chat about, and I'm hoping that we get the call from some parents or coaches or referees. Diz, I think we'll have some good insight on this. And it stems around the psychopath behavior of some parents at their children's sporting events. There was an occurrence out in Winter Haven that led to a massive brawl over kids' sports. I imagine parents just love their children and want them to do well, but it leads them to act absolutely insane. We'll touch on that and a bunch more coming up next on more Senning Show right here on 102.5 The Bone.
Dedication to last throughout the years. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gonna celebrate and have a good time.
You know you're from Tampa Bay when once a year you wake up hungover in a pirate costume, and the only way to start your day of debauchery at Gaspy is at the 7th annual Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion and McDinton Soho, presented by Michelob Ultra. It all goes down Saturday, January 31st. There's going to be free breakfast, no cover at all from 9 to 11 a.m. Your first Michelob Ultra is on the house until 1 p.m. We'll be broadcasting live all morning. DJ Eakin will be supplying the beats. There'll be tons of beads and your last chance to win your way into the Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove, the best spot to watch the parade. For all the info, check out theboneonline.com. It's the Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion in McDinton Soho, only from 102.5 The Bone. And right now, I'm going to give away 1 pair of passes to the Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove, which is an amazing spot to watch the parade. 800-771-1025 If you make it through, I'll hook you up with a pair of Treasure Cove passes. Keep it locked right here.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Do you realize how many tacos you can buy with $1,000? I'm not good at math, but it's got to be like 1 million of them. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
Hey, Tampa Bay. When it comes to your home, confidence matters. That's why families across the Bay have trusted Hawkins Service Company for over 30 years. From air conditioning and plumbing to electrical and pool equipment, Hawkins delivers 5-star service, backed by unmatched service guarantees and thousands of 5-star reviews. New customers receive 10% off any service. Just mention The Bone. Schedule online at HawkinsServiceCo.com. Hawkins Service Company. One call handles it all.
John Senning here with my good buddy Dizzy to tell you about the greatness that is the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton. Diz, just give me the top reason off the top of your head why you love going to the Cava Social Club in downtown Bradenton so much.
I'm a vegetarian and I don't drink.
Well, that's perfect because Cava and Kratom are a great alternative for alcohol. If you're looking to make changes in the new year, check out the selections at the Cava Social Club. They got the giant tiki hut out back with events going on all the time, whether it be chess or karaoke. Dizzy, would you hit me with a little something to let the people know you can sing?
I'm a very popular entertainer.
Okay, well, we all know that, but I thought you could favor us with a tune. No big deal. So many reasons to check out Cava Social Club. It really is a beautiful community. They've got the THC seltzers as well. Diz had one of the cycling frogs on the air just a few months back. Do you remember what it felt like after you drank that thing, Diz?
I see the face of God.
Whoa, that's intense. Check them out online at thecavasocialclub.com and on social media at Cava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe. Bula, baby.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Tampa, Florida. It's your boy Bert Kreischer, the machine. Woo! I'm back, baby! I will see you at the Benchmark International Arena January 30th on the Commission Party World Tour. Get your tickets at bertbertbert.com. I'll see you there.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
The 2026 Florida Strawberry Festival. Still growing. Music, food, and fun. February 26th through March 8th. Come see more than 20 of your favorite acts on the Wish Farm Soundstage featuring country.
She told me this right here. She said, excuse me, tonight is bottoms up. Living life like a Sunday stroll. Play me some mountain music.
Rock.
And all the girls say I'm pretty fly.
R&B.
You're like a dream come true.
Christian.
You say I'm loved. Find out your ways, baby.
Plus, so much more. Advance tickets on sale now. Get yours today at flstrawberryfestival.com. That's flstrawberryfestival.com. The 2026 Florida Strawberry Festival. Still growing.
You could win a new Corvette C06 at the Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet, the best Corvette we've ever raffled. Tickets still just $5. Enter online at stingraychevroletraffle.com.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along. Which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/free. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ziprecruiter.com/free. That's ziprecruiter.com/free. ziprecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Stop by the January sales event at Brandon Hyundai with 1025 The Bone this Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Hang with the Mike O Show and win prizes every 15 minutes. Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove passes, Lightning tickets, Busch Garden passes, and even a Yeti Tundra cooler. Plus, get a $50 gift card just for taking a test drive this Saturday at Brandon Hyundai. Don't miss it.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah & Farah anytime.
Tampa.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Welcome back to Senning Show. What a moment. Joining us right now, live on the phone, he is the Grand Marshal for your Gasparilla Pirate Fest. He is a friend of the show. Last time we heard him, he was ankle deep in ranch dressing. He is the back-to-back-to-back Stanley Cup winner, the Big Rig, Pat Maroon. What's up, buddy?
What's up, boys? How we doing?
We're doing pretty damn good. How the hell are you?
Good, man. Sorry I missed you. Sorry we have to do the phone call. But we'll be back in studio next week.
You're a busy man. We'll get you in here.
I gets Grand Marshal one time.
Yeah, that's the thing.
I forgot about it.
I was really just worried that the imagery and your feelings after the ranch debacle really just had you second guessing your appearances on the show.
Yeah, I mean, that wasn't the best. That wasn't the highlight of my career. I'll just say that. But, we got through it. That's for sure.
Did anybody say anything?
It was a team effort.
Yeah, what'd your wife say and stuff?
What were the commentary
They were
you
just
got?
like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Well, I got the same thing. Your name is far more respectable than mine, but
They were just basically, what do you guys do on that show? And then do I need to tune in?
Yeah. What was your answer? What was your answer to the second half?
I said yes. Tune in, please.
All right,
you'll
deal.
really enjoy the show.
That's
So-
fair enough. Diz alluded to it, and he's absolutely right. It was announced last week that I really don't know if there is a better person. Like, I don't know if anybody else makes sense to be the Grand Marshal on the 31st other than you, Pat. What an honor being the Florida man that you are, to be such a huge part of the festivities for Gasparilla.
Yeah, it's a huge honor. I've never been to a Gasparilla event. I've always drove by because when I was playing here, we were obviously playing. And I hear nothing but good things about Gasparilla. It's basically a drunk fest, but a bunch of pirates running around drunk, so I can't wait to see it live in action and be a part of it. But from the Tampa Bay standpoint, very honored to be a part of it. Excited I got asked to be a part of it, and had no idea what this was all about, and now I'm getting more information every day. So looking forward to be a part of, a big day for not only Tampa, but there's so much going on during this week coming up. So, there's going to be first timers, obviously people that have been doing it for years, and Boston people that are coming in for the game are just going to be like, what the heck is going on?
What is this town? What is up with these people? Did they give you like a list of do's and don'ts? Like, have they told you not to drink too much on the float, or do you think that's what they're hoping for?
They haven't told me anything. The only thing I got asked is, what do you want?
What do you want to drink?
What do you drink it? Yeah.
That's a good question. Yeah. What was the answer?
Whatever you got.
Yeah.
At that moment, you want to pace yourself because it's going to be a long day for myself. Do a lot of interviews, and you don't want to be obviously a slob. But yeah, I'll have a couple casuals to get me through the parade and all that, and then hopefully go find a spot where we can go hang out and have fun activities after. But got the wife coming with me.
Nice.
On the boat, so it'll be a fun day for everyone. And I'm hoping I'm sure you guys will be going. I'm sure I'll be seeing a lot of people, and yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to showcase Tampa, for everyone coming in for this Winter Classic game, and how special this event is first, and then the experience that people are going to have with the Gasparilla and then the outdoor game. I think it's just going to be a great weekend. And I always tell people, don't get too hungover, but I'm sure everyone will be. But go enjoy the festivities that they have around the rink, because it's a lot of fun. Every time my friends and family have came in for these outdoor games, it's so much fun. So go experience what they have going on, especially Gasparilla and then outside the rink. So it's going to be a great, fun weekend for everyone. I'm sure everyone's going to be like, I'm not going to work on Monday.
Do you have people, Pat, in your inner circle, whether it's old buddies from when you were younger or just people you stay in contact with from up north, that deep down kind of have beef with Tampa for being such a hockey city? When you look at the big picture, like social media presence, talking about the
football. Yeah, did football just win the Super Bowl, 2 years ago, and then obviously the one before that. But it just seems like the Tampa players in the sold-out crowds that people come, they really enjoy the Lightning.
It is crazy, and I think that's a testament to Vinnick and everybody involved, because I just feel like the Lightning are more visually present around Tampa. I mean, it's obviously a longer season, but I mean, when the Bucks are in the midst of it, I still feel like when you drive around, especially downtown, it feels like the Lightning kind of own the city, and people are fanatical, which is just what you want.
I agree, and it could be the location of the stadium too. Like, they're downtown, a lot of action, a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars. All the hotels are around the rink, so but Tampa does do a good job of marketing the players, putting their face all over, billboards and the rink, and street lights and lights, on the street. It just seems like Tampa's all over the map and everywhere. And with Tampa Bay and Jeff Vinnick and the group, and now the new ownership taking over, they've done a good job of really marketing the team, about hockey. And the beauty of that is, like, they have house leagues, they have, Tampa camps, Lightning, house leagues that, kids can just sign up for. The NHL does a good job of giving them gear. I mean, they promote it so much, and as much as they can. And I think that's one big reason why, one, they get fans, but the product that, Julian Breed has done to put it out, put the product out there and make this a winning environment to come play And when people come play here, like, I don't want to leave Tampa. So
And it's translating on the
It's a good
ice. It
thing.
feels like just yesterday we were in here going, "Oh no, are they going to be able to bounce back?" And now look at the Tampa Bay Lightning, the hottest team in hockey now for an extended period of time. So clearly, the product on the ice is doing pretty damn good right about now.
Oh, yeah, they're doing really good. And it's a scary thing, especially with Hedman's still out, McDonough's still out. Obviously, unfortunately, Point just went out. So they really haven't had a healthy team throughout the whole year. I mean, since training camp even started, the drop of the puck of preseason. So this is a team that's found a way. Coop's got them playing the right way, and Vasilevsky's on top of his game right now. There's no better goalie, and everyone's gelling at the right time. It sounds like they found every line, and
surely looks
everyone's
like
got a role. So it's been fun to watch.
How ironic,
exciting team to watch.
How ironic, the one team that was able to best us as of late, the St. Louis Blues. And as I look down at this number, a St. Louis number, it's what an emotional feeling you must have had on that night.
What's that?
The fact that our one recent loss is the Blues, considering you're a St. Louis boy.
Yeah. I know. And then you're dialing up a 314 number.
Yeah, exactly. I'm looking at it right now, St. Louis. Hey, I wanted to ask you two things before we let you go. I don't know if they ever play entrance music for you at the, when you come out for games or do anything, or where you have entrance music played. Are you familiar with Diesel, a.k.a. Big Sexy Kevin Nash, his theme music? Did you hear it when I play it? I want to play it for you again. This needs to be your theme music everywhere you go. The Big Rig, baby.
This is how the parade has to start off.
Dude, this needs to be the opening song for the parade when you come out and unveil yourself.
I'll just have a big jukebox over my head,
yes.
Night at the Roxbury.
Dude, they better let you hold the aux, dude. They better. And real quick, before we let you go, we were going to dig into a story about, I think it was a baseball game in Winter Haven where the parents got into an insane fight over the it was a baseball. It was a teenagers baseball game, and the parents all got in a huge brawl. You've been around hockey for so long, not only when you were playing when you were younger, but as a parent as well. Have you ever seen parents lose their freaking mind? Because it does feel like hockey parents might be at the tippy top of the craziest sports parents out there.
Yeah, I saw some craziness. It's. Parents are nuts now. They're, obviously very passionate about their kids, but it just seems like it's getting more and more involved that they're just let the kids be kids, and, just you're seeing more and more. And I get more and more now is because there's so many cameras around, which is one. So people are picking up their phones and videotaping it. I'm sure there was stuff back in the day that happened, but you just never caught it because there's no cameras. So more and more popping up, but it's insane now. Parents are too involved. If their kid gets hit or a kid pushes a kid and the parent screams and they get involved, they're screaming at the other parents and that kid's parent steps up and then now they're fighting. It's a gong show. Yeah, I've seen it.
It's crazy. Well, you at that point,
sure.
As a parent, were already, successful. So you probably couldn't be as crazy as you might have been if you were just a Joe Blow. But were you a crazy hockey dad?
No, I stayed on. I broke one up and told everyone just to relax, their kids. So, yeah, I watched a parent on Anthony's team pour a drink from the top ropes on this guy's head.
Man.
He went up. He tried to run up the stairs, and she goes, "If you take 10 more steps, I'm kicking you down." So, I mean, it's insane. So, but yeah, the parents get just as intense as the players do. But it's part of the sport. Things are going to happen. Emotions are going to get involved, and things are going to escalate. At times, you just kind of have to leave it. And let the kids figure it out themselves. That's why they have coaches. That's why they have referees and umpires and all these people to break it up and let it go. It's part of it,
This story out of Winter Haven, the 21-year-old umpire ended up in the hospital. 3 parents arrested and the umpire hospitalized. So it does seem to only be
how
embarrassing.
Be ramping up. How embarrassing is that for the kid?
Yeah, for the kid. Your dad's arrested.
Dad just got my mom and dad just got arrested because they got a fight at my baseball game. Like, how embarrassing. Now that kid has to go to school.
Beat up the umpire.
You know, like,
And we lost.
Imagine if your parents were fighting. You're like, Mom and Dad, you're never coming to my baseball game ever again. Like,
Never.
what are you doing?
It's that fine line of like being invested in supporting your kid and not being a complete psychopath. Like,
100%. Like, oh man, that kid's probably, like, they're leaving in handcuffs. They just went to go see a 12-year-old baseball game, and now my parents are leaving in handcuffs.
What a night. He is
Well,
Pat
how you
Maroon.
guys doing?
We're doing great, man. Everything's going good. We're cruising along back in the new year, tackling everything we need to do. So I'm excited to hopefully see you in person on maybe Monday, I think is what we're planning on. So I just wanted to check in.
Yeah, Monday, I think. Yeah, Monday or Tuesday, we're gonna rock and roll, baby.
Hell yeah! I can't wait, man. But
we'll gear up. We'll gear up for this Gasparilla. Are you guys gonna go there?
I think I will be out there. I think I'm going to be at an event at McDinton's earlier in the morning. I don't know where I'll be after that, but I will be out there in some form or fashion. So if I can hunt you down and get my beer bong out and take one down with you, I definitely will.
Absolutely. What time's your first beer?
On a day like that?
6?
Well, I won't be out there that early. I would say mine's probably going to be around 9 a.m.
Oh, yeah. Mine's 6 a.m., 7, around there.
So what time's bedtime, you think? Like 7?
Yeah, that would be a miracle. Probably closer to 4 or 5, honestly.
Wow. That's a good day.
It is a damn fine good day. But we'll dig into it, the finer points on Monday or Tuesday. And thanks for chatting with us for a minute, Pat. We'll talk to you soon.
Miss you, boys. I'll see you guys soon.
Miss you more. Miss you more. Bye-bye. Pat Maroon, if you need him. What a guy.
That's our guy right there.
He's the dude. He is the dude of Tampa Bay. Let's step aside. When we come back, I'll dig more into that story because I did want to pick your brain a little bit, Dizzy, about you being a coach and seeing parents that are wild out there. I imagine it's not the rarest of rare anymore. So we'll touch on the youth baseball brawl. We also have a new offensive coordinator with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Is it going to be a game changer or a nothing burger? We'll discuss that as well. And man, they're saying blank is equivalent to a healthy vegetable. It's a meat, and it might be the last thing you'd ever think of. We'll work through that and all the news of the day with Drew Garabo during John's Joints. Coming up next on more Senning Show. Don't go anywhere. Thank you, Pat Maroon.
You got my number, hope to see you real soon.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. Friday, your Tampa Bay Lightning hit the road to take on the Chicago Blackhawks. The game starts at 7 p.m. Don't miss a single game. Listen to every Lightning game all season right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey.
Injured? Hire the largest injury firm in the world. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
What better way to kick off 2026 than with a new career path? If you don't love your job every single day when you get up, it's time to think about a change, and you could be entering the world of aviation maintenance with the National Aviation Academy right here in beautiful Clearwater, Florida, where you'll be getting your hands dirty inside the hangar, working on jets and airplanes and all sorts of other flying objects. They're going to have you trained in just a few months and entering the workforce, and they're going to make that transition as smooth as can be. Check them out today. They've got classes starting all the time. NAA.edu. For information on NAA statistics, check out NAA.edu/statistics.
Hi, it's Bob, Badger Bob from Badger Bob Services, and we're in Tampa Bay now.
That's right, Badger Bob's is now in Tampa. And as a special welcome, get any size complete cooling system for only $99.99 a month with zero down. Plus, you get Badger Bob's unbeatable lifetime warranty. All repairs, annual tune-ups, and even filters are no additional charge for life.
Get your free in-home estimate at BadgerBobs.com. Badger Bobs.
License CAC 1815977.
Spectrum TV fixed TV and combined all your favorite sports streaming apps with live TV.
32, Blue 32, hot hype. It's only more Hail Marys.
It's only more bottom of the ninth magic.
It's only more slow motion replays.
It's only getting all the sports with over 100 hours worth of streaming apps like ESPN, Fox One, Tennis Channel, Peacock, and more, included with live TV at no extra cost. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com.
Are you stuck with medical bills after an accident that wasn't your fault? I'm Tampa injury attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay, not you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
Mike Calta here to tell you about my friends at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. Right now, trade up and drive into 2026 for less. They aren't waiting. Get their best offers on new Chevys right here in the new year. They'll pay top dollar for your current vehicle. Keep the cash or use it to trade up and save even more. Start 2026 behind the wheel of something new before the best are sold. Visit StingrayChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
This hour of Senning Show sponsored by Trajan Wealth. Retirement planning built on trust.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. And now, back to Senning Show. It's time for John's Choice with your host, John Senning.
must admit, I felt the flame. Kurt Cobain, a Fender Mustang. MTV brought me up. This is your brain on drugs.
I got a chance to chat with this guy earlier today, Steven Wilson Jr. You'll be seeing the interview on your social media.
I grew up a lot that year. My sweatshirt.
It did not go well. I'll tell you that. No, it didn't not go well. I'm going to tell you. I'm John Senning. He's Dizzy. That is Drew Garabo.
Hey.
We had just called Mo in at the beginning, so I didn't feel like I could dive into it. So I figured, why not wait till prime time at 3? It wasn't that it didn't go well. He was fascinating and amazing. So I get up here. I worry about stuff like this.
Of
I
course.
just worry about that. So I was doing it on Zoom. I was doing it with my own laptop. So last night I get my mic and kind of like my old podcast equipment and get it set up to my computer to be able to record it up here. I went into the X Studio. I was literally here an hour before. Tried it. Had Danielle calling me, trying out Zoom, making sure the recording was just wanted to make sure everything was good. So he's doing a major press tour today, radio tour, and is what it is. And I was going to push it no matter what, but I had 8 minutes.
Ooh.
I had 8 minutes.
Hate that.
8 minutes, which that would have been tough in the first place. So I, do the Garabo way, what I've been taught. I give him a great introduction and leading right into a very thoughtful question about, his music being generational and older people love it, young people love it. The second he opens his mouth, the screen goes black. The whole screen just drops out. And then I just start getting these error. Like it's the red X with the red circle with an X through it. XEE error, cannot open, I'm melting down. Like I'm in real time melting down. I've then got, his publicist calling me, hey, something happened, something dropped. I'm frantically trying to get back on. So I get the connection back. I get him on the Zoom. And I kind of go back into my question a little bit, trying to make it shorter. And as I'm in the middle of my question, a little chat box pops up. You have 2 minutes.
Oh, man.
Dude.
So needless to say, I barreled through this publicist warnings. She's saying, I got at least 3 or 4, wrap it up. We're done. He's moving on. Because I would say, and depending on the artist and how cool they are and their vibe, this probably happens a lot. I go, Steven, man, I'm so sorry. I think we got to wrap it up. He goes, no, man, you're good. I'm enjoying the conversation. Let's just keep it going.
Nice.
While simultaneously, end now.
Yeah.
You have to end. So it ended up being what I have on tape is 6 minutes and 34 seconds of a conversation that I think is going to be cut down into. Chase is working on putting clips together, but
the plant.
It was great, but I'm always just going to only think about how that got messed up and did not go as smooth as I would have hoped.
Publicists have such an interesting job when it comes to wrangling their talent because you never know if the talent is like just trying to be nice and let the the booker be the bad guy, or whether the talent's like, yeah, I'm done with this interview. You know?
And it's interesting because I had a vision, and I just had a vision of how to get through 8 minutes. And the thing was, is she said immediately, she goes, the thing is, John, he's very long winded. Like his responses, you might only get a question or two, and he was he's very. You might actually love it because he talks so much about how he was influenced by the Seattle grunge scene, and that's what kind of made him. He got country music from his grandparents, and grunge was what he found himself. And he released that album Blankets. That's all just Nirvana and what is it, Postal Service?
Yeah, the Postal Service.
Postal Service, Smashing Pumpkins covers and all that.
Cool.
So a lot of it is digging into that. But the craziest thing about him, of all the crazy things. Diz, you have a dog. You know what a dentist stick is?
A what?
A dentist stick? A dentist stick?
No, I imagine you just clean his teeth.
Well, so they're made by Pedigree, and Brody's had them forever, and a lot of people have gave them to their pets forever. He is and was a scientist that works for the Mars company.
What?
He developed dentist sticks.
This guy you interviewed, the singer.
This guy who is now blowing up as this huge rising star. He worked for the Mars Corporation in the early 2000s and developed the fresh green dentist stick product.
Oh wow!
So I wanted.
How did you find that out?
I just it wasn't super hard to find. It was in a little bit of a deep dive on the internet that he had shared it on a podcast somewhere. So I was kind of rapid firing things at the end, and again, it just was not what I envisioned, but it'll all be okay, I suppose.
Isn't it funny how the interviews we always have such a thorough vision for
which
never
you can't.
work out, and then the ones we have low expectations for are always great?
Yeah, we can't we can't have I've taught myself, I guess today, you just can't have any expectations.
No.
Like, you just have to go in and hope that it's not a complete miserable failure. But it was, I guess X is one of the only alternative stations spinning his music. There's a handful of alternative stations around the country that are doing the Tonight cover.
Yeah.
And X is one of them. So they're ingratiating themselves to that genre.
I could give you more than 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, you'd think 6 minutes and 34 seconds to be exact. But I was grateful for it, and hopefully I'll cross paths with him again.
Dude, having to rush through an interview with someone. The last time we talked to Dice, I forget who was in the studio.
Oh no, it was
a Monster. Was it a Monster Jam driver?
No.
What was it?
It was
Rob Higgins.
I think it was a soccer player.
Oh, it was.
It was a soccer player.
It was, and I had to balance talking to this soccer player.
That was crazy. That was
versus
something else.
The guy I really want to spend a half hour with Dice on the phone.
That was recent, right?
Yeah, last couple of
Onueyu.
months.
Onueyu.
That's him.
That was I do remember. Yeah, that was a
terrible.
bold undertaking. I forget. Did he have any reference point for Dice?
None. He had no idea who the dude was, and Dice knew I had to rap. He knew I was rushing. He was like, "Oh, I get it,
guy.
I get it. You got things going on. You don't want to talk to the face."
Oh man,
I know. He'll probably never let me talk to him again.
It's fine.
I miss you, Andrew.
That's the thing. We hold everything in, and it's like everything to us, and for them, they're like that guy today. I can only imagine he talked to 40 different radio station people.
Yeah.
Off the top of your head, do you have a worst interview, like Locked and Loaded, like the absolute, just the worst?
Well,
either phone connection or guest or both.
Well, I remember, there's kind of different categories. I mean, I remember over the years there were some bad phone connections with you. Nothing jumps out specifically. I remember, was it Marlon Wayne's was a real rough one where it was like he was really, really good, but his phone kept dropping out and we just kept trying and trying. But I always come back to one of the first times you let the crowded table fill in on for Drew Garabo Live. And there's this guy, his name is Dr. Jeff Meldrum, and he's like the leading authority, most legit Bigfoot researcher in the world, and he's a scientist. And I just thought, let me show people the kind of stuff that I'm into. And we brought him on. And when I tell you he was the most boring, perfect phone connection, but just you're sitting there listening to him talk and you go, people are driving off the bridge right now. This is, and you don't want to just be a complete dick, especially in a moment when you're young and you don't know what to do. So it's like your whole being is telling you to just hang up the phone, but you can't, and you're just stuck. And that one sticks out to me as the most mortifying.
Oh. Those moments just suck, don't they, John?
They really do. Other music news, obviously, a lot of people, I love when people say, I found out about the Dirty Heads from you guys. Major struggles and strife with the Dirty Heads. You may have heard us talking about the fact that Jared had left the band for a period of time. Wasn't really sure if it was an injury, felt maybe like a rehab thing, but then they announced a bunch of new shows. Then Duddy B's wife had some sort of emergency brain surgery, so they couldn't go to the Closer to the Sun, but they've got shows coming up, and they announced today that Jared is not rejoining the band as of right now, which to me probably rules out he just needed to let the ribs heal.
Right. It's technically none of our business. It's only natural to wonder, but it does certainly seem like something more than just a rib injury.
Well, I think it's, when you want, when I wonder, I don't feel like I need to know right now what's going on with him.
Right.
I wonder, is this band going to be able to be back together?
Yeah.
Is this band going to be able to continue and be a thing? And I was, for right or wrong, I was critical of that night. What's crazy, so I saw him on what could, at this point, has been his last show. That was his last show in Pinellas Park. And I could tell something was up on that night, but I think you just wonder, a band you love that's been around for so long, is it more? Are they struggling to get back together, and will they put out a new album, and what happens? I think it comes from a place of love, I think,
Sure.
for the right fans, I think.
Yeah, I remember seeing Jane's Addiction at the Amp and knowing that their end was near. You could just see it was palpable. Isn't it so weird? You and I love live music so much. When the energy within a band is just off,
You just feel it.
Yeah.
And it's I don't know how people do it with those people on the road forever and ever. I think the people that do it best is they don't even really communicate with the people in their band. Like by the time you've made it big, hopefully you can travel separately and really the time that you get to bond and be around each other is on stage. Because I think the more downtime that you spend with a human being on the road, the more likely you are to end up resenting them or hating their way of life. And, that's why a lot of bands, even great bands, can't get it together. I mean, look at Oasis. How many millions of dollars did they sit on for decades? And they're brothers. They hated each other so much. Every day they woke up and said, today we'll turn down millions of dollars because we just hate each other that much.
We can't even put it aside for 2 hours in a night and get on stage together and sing these mammoth hits that we have,
It's absolutely crazy.
Yep.
John's Joints being brought to you by Bubble Down Car Wash. You know that long wash tunnel I love talking about? It's not just a fun long ride. That means your car will be cleaner. When you get done with that, you'll be able to experience these spacious vacuums where you get into every nook and cranny. You ever go to one of these places and you're all jammed up on each other and then you put your big hose around the lady's neck beside you and then you accidentally strangle her and she falls to the ground and then she's crying and she calls the police. This will never happen at Bubble Down because it's a spacious vacuum area and the amazing staff always take care of you. They have locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill, and we'll be announcing a new location very, very soon. Make your way in today and you will have the cleanest car in town every time you bull down. Chase did just tell me, I didn't get a chance to look at it yet, but I think those clips of the Steven Wilson Jr. interview are going up on the Bone Social.
Oh, good.
And
chasing the place, working the case.
He is. The Bone, little collab between the Bone and 97X.
Oh, I love a collab.
Oh, the video doesn't look that bad either. Who would have thought? We were touching on this a little bit with Pat Maroon, just because obviously he has been a kid who played intense sports, and he also has been a dad with a kid who I'm sure was very intense about the dynamic of parents and kids modern day, especially when you're wanting the best and you're probably thinking your kid's going to be a pro athlete. A youth baseball tournament in Winter Haven turned violent over the weekend, leaving a 21-year-old umpire hospitalized and 3 people under arrest after what police describe as a bench-clearing brawl. The fight broke out Saturday evening at the Chano Lakes Park Complex during a youth travel baseball tournament. Winter Haven police say the confrontation started after the young umpire issued a verbal warning to a coach. Moments later, investigators say the umpire's father, who was watching from the stands, was approached by another parent upset over the call. That parent allegedly pushed and punched the man, escalating tensions at the brand new sports complex. Police say when the umpire saw his father being attacked, he left the field to intervene. That's when officers say the coach, who received the warning, punched the umpire from behind, knocking him to the ground. Investigators say members of the coach's team then emptied the dugout and joined in the fight. A witness attempting to shield the umpire was also struck repeatedly. Police say a 17-year-old player later kicked the umpire while he was on the ground. The umpire was taken to the hospital for treatment. His father declined medical attention. The police released a statement saying there's absolutely no room for parents to ruin what should be a great showcase of youth sports during these tournaments. The talent of players should be the spotlight, not the actions of these investigators or instigators. Diz, you coach youth sports, youth soccer. Yep. I would imagine, I've heard you tell some tales in the past of over-involved parents. How rampant are parents that are unruly, psychotic, and want to be maybe overly involved?
Here's a real stat for you. The club I coach at currently, if we get in one more, any of the teams get in one more bench clearing fight, the club is like banned for like years. Because since in the last decade, I found this out, and my team never been in one. The last decade, all of the other clubs that had bench clearing fights still is less than our club in the last 2 seasons.
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, what?
People are madder than ever.
And does those usually involve some variation of the parents?
It's always the parents
everybody
getting
chippy and
like you'll get a dispute with 2 players on the team, and then that just riles up everyone on the parent side. That's usually
crazy.
the issue.
It is absolutely wild. I never saw this, but my buddy TJ, he was like kind of my neighbor. He wanted to be a professional hockey player. Like that was his thing. So we would go to the games and he was playing for the high school and even before that. And some of the most uncomfortable moments of my life were riding home with him and his dad. And his dad, when I say he would lay into him in the most unhealthy, over the top, insane manner, I mean, he would call him effing worthless.
Oh,
He would break him down in every single way. He's crying, I'm crying. Like, it was just, he was a maniac.
Yeah.
And I don't know that is an isolated event. I think parents, especially when they think they want to push their kid to be a pro or the next level, that's what they think they've got to do to teach them the way.
And sometimes it works. Sometimes they're so hard on those kids that those kids do develop immense skills and they make it to the pro leagues. Do you remember Seth's dad got arrested in a Little League game?
No, for Seth?
Yeah, I think Seth was playing in the game and there was an argument with the umpire or whatever, and Seth's dad got into it with another parent. I believe they let him away in handcuffs.
Well, there is a psychological thing you could understand because it's as a man, you birthed this child from your testes. It is your pride and joy. And to think that in a moment, this man thinks that your child is better, stronger, faster, more deserving than yours. I think it eats at a primal part, specifically of a man, where you have to then lash out or fight or do whatever you've got to do to let them know that that's not the case.
I remember the first one I was not involved in, but I saw I was like maybe 12. And we were going downfield. It was a close game, and in the last minutes, I made a pass. The kid scored, and when I went to celebrate, his dad was there. His dad jumped on the field to celebrate, picked the kid up, put him on his shoulders, and ran around like a celebration. And the goalkeeper's dad hopped on the field and confronted him, pulled a knife on him.
Oh, my God.
I remember all of this vividly. And that was the most insane thing to me ever.
I think there's probably a couple like that to me right there. That gives me, you've never seen Napoleon Dynamite, but that gives me Uncle Rico vibes. That gives me a parent that wants to relive their glory days. They want to feel that feeling again, or they're almost jealous of their kid where you can't let your kid have that moment. Now
be about you
are
too,
the center of attention on a team, but I imagine it's not getting any better. I would imagine we'll only hear about more parents fighting at sporting events as time goes on.
And this could have happened in any county, but of course it happened in Polk County where everybody knows each other. So they probably look over, they see the ump's dad sitting in the stands. I didn't care for that call that you made against my boy. And then the umpire, did it say when he's laying on the ground they kicked him and beat him?
Yeah.
I imagine if someone kicked him in the groin, 1 strike, 2 balls. It's been a while.
That's factual.
Thought I'd bring.
Nope. That was funny and factual.
Dad joke energy.
Yeah, I gotta get my clip back. I really do. I've failed everybody by not doing that. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are hiring the Falcons offensive coordinator Zach Robinson. Sources confirm Robinson was the offensive coordinator with the Atlanta Falcons from 2024 to 2025 and spent 5 seasons with the Los Angeles Rams. According to the reports, Robinson met late into the night with the Bucs on Wednesday. The Bucs fired offensive coordinator Josh Grizzard after 1 season with the team. Robinson is expected to work on constructing his offensive staff with the Bucs in the next week. He is expected to keep run game coordinator and offensive line coach Kevin Carberry, who worked with him in with the Rams 2021 through 2022. A lot of these names, I think you only, when you're in the coordinator realm, I think there's just a handful of names that truly feel sexy to people. I don't know that this was one of them. I don't know that automatically means he's not going to be good for the job. I just think that by keeping Todd Bowles, from my perspective, I think people were looking for a little bit more of a splash with an OC to kind of give everybody a little bit of hope. I mean, we played the Falcons. We know what they're capable of. I just don't know that anybody's got a throbber after this news today.
I mean, the Falcons had Bijan Robinson, who is arguably the best player in the league, Drake London, Kyle Pitts, and you still couldn't even make the playoffs. I don't know how you look at an offensive coordinator like that and go, that's our guy. No offense to the man. I'm sure he's nice.
Where did Mike McDaniel land? Did he go to the Rams?
The Chargers.
Oh, he went to the Chargers.
Yeah.
All right.
That's an interesting hire.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. I mean, I think you're probably trying to give Herbert all of the support that you can. I mean, again, another team that can't really get over the hump, so maybe he'll give that'll give him some juice to get over.
I just can't figure out how you looked at the Falcons' performance last year as anything to go, damn, we got to have that guy. That's a definite upgrade.
Yeah, that's the thing is, again, I'm sure during these interviews there's things that we aren't privy to that perk up the ears of owners and get everybody excited. But I just think even if it was an emotional move, you needed something emotional to make people go, well, if you didn't get rid of Todd Bowles, at least we have now this powerhouse juggernaut to lead the offense. And I haven't heard those terms used for for Zach Robinson here today.
No, the most exciting, if you will, hire was the special teams coach from Pittsburgh.
Now
he seems to be
he
good.
seems like a boss, and at a time when our special teams down the stretch this year were atrocious, and that somehow doesn't even feel like a good enough thing to say. Yeah, that'll be nice to have somebody who knows what they're doing in that position.
The positive, though, I just looked at the Atlanta Falcons. They scored over like 20-something points, 27 points post game. So that is a little bit of good, you know.
Sure, yeah,
they're putting up points.
I like a positive spin. Everybody needs a positive spin.
Hell yeah.
We'll see. Well, I mean, that's all we can do is wait and see what they put on the field next year.
Who do you like this weekend, John?
I'm going for the Rams. I mean, I can tell you, I've re-fallen in love with Matthew Stafford. I mean, I loved Stafford.
Yeah.
With Detroit, I just thought he was always a good guy. These damn videos of him with his girls at every single game, they have moved me, and I just like Stafford. I think he should have more than one Super Bowl, just based on how good he is. I think when the history book is written, I think it would make sense for him to have more than one. And I think I'm going for the Broncos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Even with Jared Stidham as quarterback instead of Bo Nix.
Well, there's a difference between wanting and thinking. Like, I would love to see a Broncos-Rams Super Bowl. But we were talking the other day, like, it's still a new feel playoff. Even though the Patriots are back, this is a completely different team, structure, quarterback, coach, everything. So I'm honestly going to be happy with whatever happens for the Super Bowl at this point. But I would love to see a miraculous story where a backup comes and takes down the Patriots.
Yeah, I think the Rams are one of those teams where the system succeeds more than the individual players, and they have a system, and if Jared can step in there and do the job, I think they have a really good chance. Their defense is smothering.
Yeah. It's also, I don't know if he's underrated at this point. I don't know that McVay gets enough credit for being as young as he is and as good as he is, offensive minded. I mean, you look at the guy, he looks like he's 30 years old. I know he's still one of the youngest coaches, and I mean, he's put together a hell of a resume in a short time. Got started holding the clipboard for John Gruden right here in Tampa. He was an intern. I think he said he was like refilling waters and emptying like bedpans that were on the sidelines back in the day in Gruden's first year. So
cool.
Look at the come up. Reminds me of a young Promo John, actually.
Yeah, except for the bedpans.
Except for that, I'm trying to think if I did have to deal with any human waste.
I mean, only at the phone parties that we had.
Yeah, that was a whole different story. I feel like we were just talking about this last week, and we've got another one. A massive great white shark pinged off Florida's coast on Monday, just over a year since it last visited the Sunshine State waters. They've been tracking Contender, a massive 13-foot great white, since January 17th, 2025. The tracker showed Contender trekked 5,294 miles since it was tagged about 45 miles offshore the Florida-Georgia border last year. During his year-long journey, the 1,653-pound shark swam up the East Coast and into Canada's Jacques-Cartier Passage at the end of September before making his way back to Florida. On Monday, he pinged right off the East Coast between Indian River Shores and Sebastian. And they got a thing here where you can watch his whole journey up and down of what Contender's been up to.
Great shark name, by the way.
Contender's an awesome shark name.
Contender,
better than Bruce.
He's a beast.
The Sebastian area, there's a surf spot there called Monster Hole. And they call it Monster Hole because it is sharks galore.
Yeah.
Hell no.
That was my nickname in high school, yeah.
No, it was. But we would go there and just watch like Kelly Slater and Todd Holland and all those guys surf. And, dude, fins everywhere.
That's insane to me.
Literally sharks like beyond populous in the waters. Crazy.
And a lot of surfers don't really care.
They don't.
Like, there is a belief, like they have, do they have a name for them?
Insane.
No. I feel like surfers have a name for sharks.
Oh. I don't know.
I want to say that I heard them call them like gray suits or something.
Oh.
Yeah, maybe
gray suits.
Maybe I made that
I think
up.
that's aliens.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's what it was. I'm thinking of aliens. I mixed up sharks and aliens.
That happens. Sharks are aliens.
I was just trying to look it up. One of Danielle and I's first trips when we first got together, I had a friend and we like delivered them to Sebastian, Florida, because they had family there. is there not like a bar venue there that's really popular that has like live music right on the water?
Yeah, down in the Melbourne area. Yeah, it's like between Melbourne and Coco.
You don't know what I'm talking about?
Not in Sebastian.
Sebastian bar venue. Oh, Captain Hiram's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Captain
Hiram.
A popular waterfront tiki bar known for live music on 2 stages, tropical drinks, happy hour, and events. Yeah, we went down there that one time, and I remember it very, very fondly. I need to go again. It's a bit of a haul, though.
Yeah, we did reggae shows at the Melbourne Holiday Inn, I believe. My buddy George Scholler had Jamaican Me Crazy over there, and oh my God, did we do some great shows?
Oh, Melbourne. We stayed at the Best Western in Sebastian when we went out there, and I remember it being very lovely, to say the least. It was a real beautiful.
East Coast is just different than the West Coast.
It really is. Like we all
Trashy.
have our own Florida man vibes. Okay, hang with me.
All right.
Like. And I love Pinellas Park because I almost borderline live there. Pinellas Park is the east coast of Florida of Pinellas County.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It's like the Cocoa, New Smyrna Beach, Daytona.
Yeah. It's got a little added grit, a little added trouble.
Grit, salty with a touch of danger.
That's
not a Bella Danger, which, by the way, I was thinking about it when they were showing her during the National.
Yeah.
I could never, ever, ever have sex with that woman. Because if we did, I'd be going, I'm in danger. I'm in danger. Look, everybody.
Dude, I was thinking about it because there's been all these TikToks of like women asking their men. It's like a joke. They're like, hey, who's that girl that they kept showing on the on the thing? Diz did not recognize her at first glance.
Me either.
Oh, you didn't?
I'd never even heard of her.
Oh, I think
I'm out of the porn game.
I think the thing is that many years ago, there was one specific porno video that I saw her in that like stuck with me because there was a storyline. It was a guy who got into a gambling debt, and the loan shark came to his house,
of course,
and pretty much said the only way I'm not going to kill you is if you let me have your wife's ass.
Oh,
and so then like
Taylor's oldest
yeah, like she comes out, and it was like a whole storyline that really stuck with me. It was a tushy.
How did it end?
It was with her being pounded vigorously for about 45 minutes.
Okay, then what happened?
that debt.
Yeah, she liked it.
Yeah.
That was the thing is it felt like it was like in the beginning she was like, I don't want to do this, and then by the end of it she was like,
it's a ride or die right there.
Yeah. We grow through what we go through.
You know, I got to tell you, that's what happens. You boys keep on gambling. that's where that road will leave you.
I heard you talking about the Hard Rock slots.
Yeah.
I had to stop playing them.
Oh, you've done them.
Oh yeah.
How you did it?
Yep.
Yeah. What's it like? Like, does it show you a slot?
Yep.
So do you get like a little handle that you flip down with your finger? Or do you just hit a button?
You push the button and then the slides roll. And here's my theory, just my theory. They let you win early, and they let you win a lot. Because then after you bank a little bit, you're like, well, damn, these slots must be hot. Yeah. You're never going to win again.
So the key is to do it, get about 50 up and go, that's it forever.
Like the cruise. Like when you go on the cruise, you'll win the first few nights because the slots are looser. They want you to give that money back on the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, etc. So when you're up, walk away from slots.
That sounds about right.
Got to know when to hold them and when to fold them.
That's all you can do. Next thing you know, you're giving up your woman's ass to
I gotta watch out for that.
Some Seminole chief who rolls up to your house and is like, how that mouth work? Show me, daddy. All right, let's step aside for a moment. Let's step aside for a moment. I don't know if anybody saw this story yet or if you talked about it, Drew. Terminally ill gamer. He is a big gamer. He is a huge fan of a certain franchise that is coming out with their newest release in about 10 months. They're giving him a sneak peek because he might not be around for when it's actually released.
Oh, what a ripoff.
We'll talk about that and what else did I have? A good old-fashioned Florida Waffle House fight. All that and a bunch more coming up next in the back half of John's Joints. Drew Garabo Live coming your way. In about 30 minutes, you'll have your next chance at $1,000 coming up at 5 o'clock. So let's make sure you're keeping it to the bone all afternoon. If you do want to see the clips of me interviewing this man, Steven Wilson Jr., they're up on the Bone Instagram right now. Don't go anywhere, please. Please.
When the night is come, all the land is dark.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. Friday, your Tampa Bay Lightning hit the road to take on the Chicago Blackhawks. The game starts at 7 p.m. Don't miss a single game. Listen to every Lightning game all season right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
So reporting on that earlier crash at I-75 South and the Fowler exit, which has the right lane blocked. Also, we got reports right now that there is a crash with lane blockage at Gandy Boulevard and San Martin Boulevard. An earlier crash at Northdale Mabry and Spruce Street has been cleared. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Oil lights never come on at a good time. You've got enough to juggle, so let Take 5 handle it. Drive in, stay in your car, and roll out in 10 minutes. No waiting room, no stress, just fast, friendly service. Visit take5.com today to find your nearest shop.
It's time for a clean slate at Crown Honda. We're clearing the lot of all past year's Honda models, like a new Honda Civic LX, just $219 a month, or a new Honda Accord LX, only $209 a month. But hurry, the clean slate sale runs this month only. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service.
Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
No recycled routines. No tired excuses. New toys. New fantasies. New rules. Level up your solo game. Push the couples game. Or finally do the thing you obsessed over last year. Heads up. Valentine's Day is coming. You should too. Stock up now instead of panic buying gas station chocolate on February 14th. Start the year satisfied. In February, undefeated. XTC and Planet X Adult. St. Pete, Sarasota, Bradenton, Tampa.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Trust and Will is an online estate planning service. Visit trustandwill.com for details.
Trust and Will.
My dad and I were always close, but some things we just didn't talk about, like his will. After he was gone, we found out he didn't have one, and it created a lot of stress during a time of grief.
Creating a will can be hard to think about, but avoiding it can lead to greater difficulty for the people you love. That's why Trust and Will makes estate planning simple. Create a will online in as little as 30 minutes.
Now, I have a will in place to make sure my loved ones are protected. With Trust and Will, it was easy and affordable, and I got peace of mind knowing my wishes are clear.
Trust and Will.
Get 20% off when you visit trustandwill.com/plan. That's trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything, including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month, with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
Change is always happening. It is just part of life. When it comes to music, change is all around us. The movies we watch, they get remade. Songs we love, rewritten. The classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even your taste can change. But no matter how much things change in the next 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same, and that is the price of your internet, because Xfinity is introducing a 5-year price guarantee. It means you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with the best equipment included for a price that will stay exactly the same. If you're surprised, that's a good thing. Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years guaranteed. You can lock it in. Check them out today at Xfinity.com/deals.
Now that we're getting older, we've been putting more thought into maintaining our health.
We knew the water we drink every day could be filled with contaminants, so
we called Leaf Home Water Solutions.
They came to our home and did a free water test and gave us the analysis right away.
We were shocked at what we saw.
They found heavy metals like iron and copper.
Our own tap water was putting our health at risk, but Leaf Home Water Solutions made it easy to get safer water from every tap and hose. A whole home solution.
They have more than 250 product combinations and designed a system that fits our needs and budget. The installation took less than a day.
With Leave Home Water Solutions, our water is safer and healthier. When we drink, when we cook, when we shower, even when we garden.
We feel better about our health.
Thanks to Leave Home Water Solutions.
Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8 year old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
ZipRecruiter. Ahoy, Tampa! Party like a pirate at 102.5 The Bones Kegs and Eggs pregame at McDidden. January 31st, starting at 9 a.m. Free breakfast, beads, live DJ, and your first Michelob Ultras on the house. No cover until 11 a.m. 21 and up. It's Gatsby 2026. Be there or walk the plank.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah. Tampa.
You could win a new Corvette C06 at the Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet. The best Corvette we've ever raffled. Tickets still just $5. Enter online at stingraychevroletraffle.com.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm meteorologist Jim Weber in the Sky Tower Weather Center. Mix of sun and clouds for this afternoon, but it's warm. Daytime high here in Tampa, 77 degrees. Then the night, just partly cloudy. Mild night, low temperatures into the lower 60s. Scattered clouds as we wrap up the work week on Friday. Warm afternoon, daytime high, right up to 80 degrees.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to Senning Show with your host, John Senning.
Where did you go? Down Virginia, cross a bridge, it looked a lot like Leviathan.
Welcome back to Senning Show. You're in the midst of John's Joints every afternoon in the 3 o'clock hour. We're joined by Drew Garabo, and we fire up the news of the day. Sometimes it's the news of life and everything in between. He's Dizzy. I'm John Senning. Appreciate you being here. Tomorrow, we made it to Friday already.
Man.
In the mix. Free balling tomorrow.
Yes.
It is nice. It's not only, you take for granted that not only do you get the long weekend, but that makes it a short week. Like, you don't really realize that until you get to Friday and you go, damn, that really happened quite quickly.
It's nice, and thank you for being in the mix on Fridays, because you gave me the inspiration last Friday to go Freestyle Friday. We did all the Miami bass freestyle music.
Hell yeah. I was just about to ask you something.
Okay.
I was about to ask you. I don't remember what it was.
In the mix, freestyle.
Friday.
Short time in it.
Friday. Short
holiday
time
day.
Holiday.
Weekend plans.
Luther Martin King.
Gambling debts.
Slots. Tushy.
Slots and sluts.
Monster hole.
Oh, that's what it was. My monster hole. Yeah. It's leaking.
There's no question there.
Yeah.
Whoa. Like that lady who called in. I was wondering what got dumped, and then you do a very good job of resetting. So by context, I figured it out.
It's weird because you don't know what you don't know.
Oh,
You can have an idea of what got dumped, but I don't know if the whole story got dumped or dumped.
Quite appropriate.
Like that guy did.
Did she use the S word?
Oh yeah, she said he issed his pants.
That's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, very ladylike.
Pig.
And then the one on hold heard her cuss. We give her crap, and she cursed too.
Yeah, and then she drops an F-bomb. A couple of foul-mouthed ladies back to back, just like we like it.
I think there's an involuntary thing that happens there, though. Like, they know they shouldn't, but when they hear someone else do it, they're like, "Oh my God, I better not do that."
I got to do it. I got to do it.
Yeah.
I thought this was fun because you've been essentially you're pescatarian. I think is probably where you've landed.
Yeah, since about December or so.
So, man, I'm going to give you the story, but I also just love the world that we live in. Anything you want to conjure up in your head when it comes to a diet, you can find a scientist or an article or some study that will show you what you want to do is good. Pork is the healthiest meat and has the same benefits as lentils, peas, and beans.
Okay.
Adding lean pork to your diet could help you live longer with minimally processed cuts boasting the same health benefits as chickpeas, lentils, and beans. Pork has come under fire in recent years with scientists calling for bacon and ham to carry. I saw that it was actually Joj who shared the article on her Instagram story where there was an article saying that doctors claim specifically lunch meat ham should come with the same warning that cigarettes do because it has the same carcinogenic effect as cigarettes, warning that the chemicals used in the manufacturing process can cause bowel cancer. But in the new ass cancer. But in a new study, U.S. researchers found that introducing minimally processed red meat in a plant-forward diet could have a positive effect on biomarkers of cognitive and physical aging. Research has long underpinned a link between poor metabolic health and the development of dementia, type 2 diabetes, and heart disease, with obesity being strongly associated with age-related cognitive decline. That is a thing that I've seen, this whole debate about the protein and things like that there is a direct, like I've heard people say type 3, type 4, these types of diabetes that don't exist, that's dementia. Like what's happening is the same effects of diabetes are ultimately taking over your brain. So, a long life of sugar and processed carbs and things like that have just as much hand in as dementia as they do in diabetes.
Sure.
And I think depending on the cut of pork, I like a pork tenderloin, grilled right, with some olive oil and vegging. They say drain the excess fat during cooking. I think everything has a place in your diet. I don't think anybody should go only pork, only beef, only. People there are vegetarians out there. My wife's one, but.
Yeah, I look at a study like this and I immediately see who commissioned the study. Is it the National Pork Alliance? And I didn't see on that study. But, look, like you said, you could custom make any study to fit whatever dietary goals you have.
Is there a certain diet you're on right now?
I'm eating a lot of plant-based stuff, fish. I've never snacked on, pun intended, nuts. I'm trying to now, walnuts, especially almonds, etc.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to live, man. I've eaten like crap for too long in my life, and I'd like to be here for a while.
What about you, John, with your new workouts and stuff? Anything
I would say probably more protein leaning, but I'm also like this time around, I'm not starving myself, and I'm not. One thing I've always done every time I try to like actively get in shape or feel better or look better, anything, the first thing I do is cut out carbs, which leads me to being miserable sooner than later. Like I can do that and it will help you lose weight, but I find that a few weeks in, I'm so hungry that I end up making bad decisions. So I've talked a lot with Lloyd. You met Lloyd from the gym. He swears by sourdough bread. I'm going through puberty. So my new thing now is for breakfast, I do a slice of sourdough bread toasted with peanut butter, bananas, and a little drizzle of honey before the gym.
Yum.
And then for dinner, I try to not do tons of starches and carbs and stuff like that. I saw you eating a salad, by the way.
Yeah,
kill it, Diz.
Yeah, I'm trying. You got to find what works for you. I hate that someone's like, "This is the one you need to be on. This is the one you need to be on." What works for you doesn't necessarily work for me. Like I know Ian does a lot of fasting. I don't really like to fast at all.
It's hard. It's hardcore.
Yeah, no, thank you.
I heard him and Johnny talking this morning about they have a big. They're like in a competition to see who can lose the most weight in the span of a couple months. And I heard Ian say that the last few days he might just fast so that he can. He can. By the way, I thought of you because do you know they were talking about a girl who I guess is in the finals of Hell's Kitchen or MasterChef tonight. That is a Tampa Bay restaurateur.
No, who is she? Who she be? By the way, can I just? I'm sorry if I'm asking an intrusive question. How's your midnight snacking going?
Oh, way down.
Good.
Way down.
Good.
Way
Pocket,
down. No, well, everything's out of the house. So if it's anything, It's protein. So now when I do get up, my big go-to has been to take a big-ass fat pickle and wrap it in turkey lunch meat and just eat a pickle in the middle of the night. So I'm away from the Uncrustables and I'll have a couple pepperoncinis, I'll have an olive, I'll have stuff like that. But yeah, no Uncrustables in the house.
No Snickers bars.
No
Snickers,
like no candy, anything like that.
So proud.
That's the best way to do it too. Yeah. Don't put anything that's going to tempt you.
You can't.
I learned that. Yeah.
You really can't. What the hell?
Here at work, we got those friggin' like cookies and everything from Mosqueda's in the break room. I'm eating my apple going, well, this is pills in comparison to what's sitting on that table.
There's a fridge full of 2 plates of cannolis.
I know, and pasta. No, thank you.
Yeah.
Sticking with my apple.
You guys were doing really good. You were doing good filibustering.
Yep.
Oh,
thank you.
So Jada Vidal, chef de cuisine at Kinjo, an Italian-Japanese restaurant in Tampa.
That sounds like a government plan.
That sounds
Kinjo?
Kinjo, yes. And I guess she's in the finals tonight of Hell's Kitchen, and they were going on about. I think it actually sounds like a place that you would like. It sounds bougie.
They serve itamishi that combines traditional Italian recipes with Japanese ingredients and techniques.
That is insane.
Offering handmade pasta, house-cured meats, and crudo. Oh, it's the team behind Koya. They're supposedly very good. I've not been.
Oh, this is a. Have you met this lady, Diz?
No, but she does a lot of stuff. I looked it up. She did Chopped as well.
Yeah, she's a lovely looking lady. Yeah,
you know my buddy.
No, she's black.
My buddy David.
You guys all knew each other.
David Benstock over at Il Ritorno. He beat Bobby Flay.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dude, I was so into watching those for a period. of time, dude. That's a great watch.
Beat Bobby Flay.
Beat Bobby Flay.
Oh,
because you can beat him. Like there are people who beat the hell out of him. And David Benstock beat him with like a short rib cavatelli or something.
Yeah, I've noticed when I was watching it a bunch, Mexican, like people that did really legit, authentic Mexican. Like if they would do a taco or an empanada showdown, that was one of the things that he was easily beat at.
He always took it real well when he loses too. You can tell it bothers him, but he doesn't. He's not a dick like Gordon Ramsay would be.
Yeah. Gordon. That's why Gordon Ramsay's not doing Beat Gordon Ramsay because you slob, you slob, get out of my kitchen.
Still on TV too, that Gordon Ramsay.
He is. The season finale of Hell's Kitchen.
Oh,
tonight.
yeah.
A terminally ill gamer has reportedly been given access to Grand Theft Auto 6 a full 10 months ahead of its official release. The avid gaming fan, known only as Cole, has been diagnosed with terminal brain disease and told that he has 12 months to live. With Grand Theft Auto 6 not expected until November of this year, this left him with a slim chance of ever seeing the game, which fans are patiently waited almost a decade to play. However, following a plea from a family member, the GTA 6 developer Rockstar Games has apparently granted Cole's dying wish. Anthony Armstrong, a Ubisoft developer from Toronto, shared a post on his LinkedIn imploring connections at Rockstar Games to help his family member play the game before he died. In a now deleted post, Mr. Armstrong wrote, "The reason I'm reaching out to you is to say that they are a huge GTA fan, and this is the latest update. He may not be around long enough to actually play GTA, seeing how it will be launched in November. Best case scenario, he will be leaving us the same month it comes out. It's my hope that one of you may be able to set up an exclusive play test so we can have a chance to experience the game before passing." And what do you know? It made its way to the Rockstar Development Studio in Oakville, Canada, where they are going to let this man have his dying wish. And I think he's going to play it. I don't think he's played it yet, but they are going to be delivering him a test version of the game to play before he dies.
What if it sucks?
Yeah.
He plays it, now he has to die and it sucks?
Disappointment.
It's not better than Vice City.
They Vice City what was the one before this, like 2013, 2012?
Liberty City.
So whenever that came out, they brought it to the performance studio here, and I got to play like the new Grand Theft Auto before it was released. It was the coolest thing. They're like, look, you can get a prostitute, and then you can bang her, and then beat her up and take your money back. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. If I do that in real life,
really
they throw me in jail.
I remember, like, I was in high school when Vice City came out, and it was the first one I'd ever played, and I just remember feeling like I couldn't believe what was happening. It was like, I can go in here and get a prostitute and then shoot her in the head.
Dude, you smoke the dust. You smoke a joint that's laced with dust, and then aliens come down. You got to fight the aliens on a jet ski. What a game.
What a time. What a time to be alive. All right, let's wrap it up. We've done the best we could today. Thank you, Dizzy. Thank you, Drew Garabo.
Thank you.
Shout out to Pat Maroon for taking our call today. Thank you to justcallmoe.com.
Happy birthday.
Bo DeWitt, we love you, buddy. Happy birthday. Tomorrow, free ball and freight haul and free loading Friday. In the mix, We'll see you at 1 o'clock. Danielle will join us at 2 o'clock. And then we'll call it a week. But don't go anywhere because Drew Garabo Live is coming up next. Your next chance at $1,000 happens at 5 o'clock. So don't go anywhere.
When you weak, my dear mother curse my father out 'cause he cursing when he speaks. There's no.
You're listening to Senning Show on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone. It's talk radio where we say what we want all day long. You know that crazy you think about all day, every day? Well, you may think it, but we say it. That is 102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
So reporting on that earlier crash at I-75 South and Fowler exit, which has the right lane blocked. Also, we got reports right now that there is a crash with lane blockage at Gandy Boulevard and San Martin Boulevard. An earlier crash at Northdale Mabry and Spruce Street has been cleared. I'm Ashley with traffic.
Ken Ganley has over 1,000 new Kias in stock and on sale. Shop online at KenGanleyKiaNewportRichie.com.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to transparent pricing with no dealer-installed options or inflated market adjustments you're forced to buy. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richie. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything. Including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month, with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richie,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richie.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All-Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save.
We have select new Kia models.
0% APR for 5 years.
0 down payment.
Or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see ya
in another dealer's Kia.
Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service.
Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial # law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mike Calta here to tell you about my friends at Stingray Chevrolet in Plant City. Right now, trade up and drive into 2026 for less. They aren't waiting. Get their best offers on new Chevys right here in the new year. They'll pay top dollar for your current vehicle. Keep the cash or use the trade up and save even more. Start 2026 behind the wheel of something new before the best are sold. Visit StingrayChevrolet.com. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
No recycled routines. No tired excuses. New toys.
New fantasies, new rules. Level up your solo game. Push the couples game. Or finally do the thing you obsessed over last year. Heads up, Valentine's Day is coming. You should too. Stock up now instead of panic buying gas station chocolate on February 14th. Start the year satisfied. In February, undefeated. XTC and Planet X Adult. St. Pete, Sarasota, Bradenton, Tampa.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
Ugh, time to clean out the gutters again.
But I don't want you climbing that ladder.
Time to call Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection company. Leaf Filter's trusted pros will not only clean your gutters for you, they'll realign and seal your gutters and install Leaf Filter. With Leaf Filter, you'll never have to clean out your gutters again.
Wait, never again?
Never again. Because Leaf Filter's surgical-grade stainless steel micro mesh is fine enough to block even tiny debris like pine needles and pollen while still letting rainwater flow through. Leaf Filter works so well, it's backed by a lifetime warranty. Plus, when you go to leaffilter.com/block, you'll get a free gutter inspection and up to 30% off.
Wow. So no more climbing that ladder.
How do I sign up?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/block for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/block for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/block.
Hi, Attorney Patrick Smith here, inviting you to join me on Saturday mornings at 8 a.m. for the Attorney Patrick Smith Show, where you can call in with your legal questions. So join us every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio, and be part of the show by calling in at 800